What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and unhinged. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Stenson, Nioh Charge on PSN, and joining me for episode number 39, two beautiful gentlemen here. One of them, as always, the Retro Gaming Encyclopedia, Bob Harriman, Leon Lionheart on PSN.
Hi.
And the other, a returning fan favorite, if you will, Caleb Shiff, Admiral Merps on PSN. Welcome back, man.
Hi.
Yeah. That is Oiro. Oiro? What is it? I'm learning.
I don't know, man. I'm in a mood with the games I'm playing.
There's two types. There's Watashi and Oiro.
Ore.
God damn it.
Ore. Like O-R-E, but like with an accent over it in
Ore.
Characters. Ore.
Yes.
Ore desu. Hi.
Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Dude, the Japanese language is complicated, but I'm learning it because I want to learn a little bit when I go visit this year. So
it's going to be
what's
awesome.
Up, fellas? Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm so excited. I've never been. I actually was joking with the wife, multiple times, but earlier today, not that that's what this podcast is about in any way, shape, or form. We probably have to get some work done on our basement wall. Yeah. And like, it's turning into much more of a nightmare. I mean, you guys know, you have houses and shit. But after I got off the phone with the fourth person that doesn't know anything, I went upstairs and I said, all right, so here are our options. We're moving to Japan. Where do you want to go? And she was just like, interesting. And I said, we have to torch the house. We have to set it on fire. I can't live like this.
Collect the insurance money.
It's fine. It's just like, God damn it. Another thing,
Right.
So yeah, never been. I do want to go.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of friends that have gone and they always tell me, you absolutely have to go. I can't believe you of all people haven't gone.
Right. What people tell me.
It is on my like next up top 3 list of places I want to go, but
yes.
Lisa got to choose first. We went to France. I'm up. Do I go full bore into the Japan for me, or do I say, let's go to Italy together, and then Japan will be the third trip? I don't know.
I've heard Italy is good too. But did you know Japan is like the #1 country to go snowboarding?
I did not know that, but that doesn't surprise me actually. Now that like saying it out loud, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you said where?
So many places.
Hokkaido.
Hokkaido. Yeah, Hokkaido.
Hokkaido, like Hokkaido.
We're learning. Yeah.
No, yes. Hokkaido. Hi.
Yeah. Some say it's actually cheaper to fly to Japan, snowboard there, than going to Colorado and snowboarding in like Breck or Keystone because it's so goddamn expensive if you don't have the pass. Thankfully, I have the pass. We're going to talk a little bit about snowboarding on this episode. Bob, how's life been, man?
Living the dream, man. Getting ready to head out on a work trip here this week, so that's why we're recording a little early. So thank you, gentlemen, for that. I didn't want to mess with your schedules too much. We headed out to San Diego, so 60-degree weather. That's okay. If it was in the summer, we'd have a different conversation. But outside of that, just playing plenty of games as much as I can, knocking out the platinums and just living life, man.
Hell yeah, you are, man.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
Oh, hitting the hard questions right away. No,
it's so early too. We're recording fairly earlier than we usually do. It's like 2 p.m. MST, 4 p.m. EST. So we're getting the drinks on a little earlier.
A beer. Like I said, is that really drinking? Kind of like
smoking like a true functioning alcoholic.
It sure is.
I'm not an addict. I'm an alcoholic. Addicts go to meetings.
Right.
But this afternoon we're doing the from Horse and Dragon Brewing here in Fort Collins. We thought I'd try the Fire Captain Irish Red Ale because of the couple of games that I've been playing this week, and I was like, thematically, it's amazing. It's a very solid. I can't really speak to it too much. It's a red ale, Irish. It hits the mark.
Yeah, I used to live up there.
You hold up the thing for me to see the can.
It's called the Fire Captain.
Fire Captain. Horse and Dragon has a lot of awesome brews. It has one of the best coffee stouts. Sad Panda, interestingly.
Wait,
Interesting
really? Is
name.
that really?
It's called Sad Panda. Yeah,
That's appropriate.
exactly.
That's fun.
It's an incredible coffee stout, and it's up in Fort Collins. I used to live like 15 minutes from the brewery, and it was one of my go-tos.
Okay.
It had one of the best passion fruit stouts. It was like passion fruit guava stout, and you don't think those two mix, but they did. It was awesome. I don't have a drinking problem. I have a drinking solution. Caleb, how's the weather been in Ohio, man?
Oh my God, it's so cold here. It's been so cold. So my parents have been out in Palm Springs on vacation, and I remember if I told you guys this. This has been last week. My mom texts. She's like, "Hey, your father and I have been, keeping our eye on the weather and like making sure you guys are okay, everything okay." And I said, "Yeah, it's just cold. Like really, we got so much snow at our house. I believe we got somewhere between 14 and 15 inches, which was insane." And we
Wow.
went out and shoveled it and did all the things. But the cold, it's been an average of like 2 degrees real temperature, not feels like. But in the mornings when we get up, -3, -4, -5. But my favorite thing, she texted me and she's like, "Can you send me a picture?" So I sent her a picture of that. It's pretty when it snows, but I sent her a picture of the -4 degrees on the weather app, and she just wrote me back, "Oh fuck that! Your father and I are staying here forever." I was just like, "Yeah, as you should, because it's so bad." But they
Yeah.
are actually on their way back now from California. I believe they're probably in Nebraska today, because she had texted me this morning and she was like, I hate the fact that we live in Ohio. I was like, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
but it's only
Yeah.
going to get colder. Like, because she was sending me, I think the temperature was like in the 30s wherever she was. And I was like, you know what it was when I got up this morning, Mom? It was 1 degree outside. She just wrote
Shit.
Gad. So yeah, it's
It's
been,
humid cold too.
it's,
Like
oh,
we were there in January, early January. We stayed at your place. I
yep.
stepped outside and it was like, I don't know, 40 or 50. And I was like, fuck this. Because
Yeah.
it's so humid and it just goes to your bones, man. I can't even imagine. Well, I've been in it because I'm from Ohio and I'll
Yeah.
never ever go back to that weather. But oh man, -4 and that humidity. Oh,
Oh
just
my
no,
God. The
no.
the one saving grace though, and I know Bob can attest to this as a person who actually likes the cold. One of the things that I hate about the cold the most is when you get that biting wind, in like Chicago
Mm,
or New York or just any of the big cities. I don't live in downtown Columbus, so I didn't have to deal with like that wind tunnel nonsense. It was
hmm.
actually not that windy here during the cold while I was outside shoveling and stuff. So even though I am a big man baby when it comes to the cold, I was okay when I was shoveling. I was fine. The minute that the wind would have picked up, though, I probably would have been discovered dead in my driveway. That would have just been it. That would have been it. So, yeah, that's the one positive thing. The few times I did have to go out last week, it wasn't that miserable. It was just so bitter cold. You'd have to worry about vehicles starting or
Right.
doors not opening or something because the rubber sealant on the doors would start to freeze. And one of the other things that people don't really think about, salt for people who understand salt, when you salt the roads, uh, that doesn't work when it's too cold. Like even
Right.
salt, because all salt does is like lower the or raise the melting temperature, so to speak, of ice. Like
Hmm.
it eats away at it. But when it's too cold, the salt is meaningless. So
Hmm.
it was so cold here that even salt trucks were like, we're not even going to do it. It's a pointless endeavor.
Damn, dude.
So yeah. Then it's okay. Like today, now I think it's what, like 14 degrees or so, balmy 14 or something. I don't know. It's gotten above 10. So I'm like, woo, look at that. That's
Damn.
nice.
Well, stay warm over there, man. It is
Thanks, man.
52 and sunny here in beautiful Colorado Springs.
Can you see
So,
my middle finger?
yes, I can. Quite literally. Uh,
Right. Let me turn
yeah,
it up
and
for you. There you
yeah,
go.
beautiful, beautiful. Doing the crank action. I love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of cold, and speaking of drinks, I am fresh off of snowboarding. I went snowboarding yesterday because we're recording Monday for Bob because he's going to San Diego. Happy to do it. And yeah, man, I was at Breckenridge, and Breck has some pretty high lifts. So I went up the big one. It's about 12,500 feet above sea level.
Damn.
And yeah, so where we live is about 7,000 feet above sea level. And then when you get out to Breck, I don't know, base resort is about 10,000, but then you go up another 2,500 feet. And then I just fucking snowboarded down that. And I hit my,
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I hit my new top speed, which is 46.7 miles per hour. I'm trying to hit that. Trying to hit that 50 miles per hour. But dude, the beautiful thing I love about snowboarding, not only like when you're on the board going down the mountain, that's all you can think about, right? You can't think about the past, you can't think about the future and bills or anything. You have to think about not dying on the mountain and making sure you're upright and you don't fly off the mountain, because there's some turns, man. But the beautiful thing I love about snowboarding is the faster you go, the easier it is. It's kind of like a gyro, right? When it spins or goes faster, it stays upright. So
sure.
The only time you usually wreck on a snowboard is when you get afraid and you start fighting the speed. So the faster you go, the easier it is. And ironically, usually the less it hurts when you wreck, because when you're going super fast, you catch an edge, you're kind of flying through the air horizontally. But if you're going a little slow, you kind of drop quicker and it hurts. So snowboarding is all about fighting that fear and getting past that fear of going fast. And when you really understand that concept, it starts clicking and you're just like, oh, well, fuck it. Let's just fucking bomb down this mountain as fast as we can. So it's so fun, man.
Do you have a GoPro?
I do not, but it's really hard to record. I got a chest mounted one, but then I realized I got a chest mounted thing to put my phone in, but then I realized, when you're snowboarding, you're just gonna see the fucking side. You're not gonna see the front.
That's still pretty cool, though. I mean, I feel like that would be neat to see.
I am looking into getting a helmet cam.
Oh, cool. Because I would love to see what it's like for somebody who isn't a goddamn coward like me, you know, and like it would just to have that point of view would be really cool. And with the Winter Olympics coming up right around the corner, I am a huge fan of watching the Olympics, both summer and winter. But, you know, they try to show some of the point of view shots, but they don't have the athletes all have these cameras mounted. You know, that's not why we're there. That's not what they're doing there. So I just always thought that'd be kind of cool to see firsthand. Especially for somebody that I know. You know what I mean?
For sure. I can look into it. It's so hard to record with the phone. I bet. You got the phone and you're just like, I got some footage and I got a wreck. I caught an edge and wrecked with the phone. Held the phone. Phone was still firmly in my grasp, thankfully, and I didn't have to go search for my fucking phone.
I was going to say, he's going to lose the phone at 45 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, in the video, I think I was going like 25. But still,
find my iPhone. It's somewhere on this mountain of snow.
Ping it up the mountain. So, I mean, when you're in a car, right, 25, 45 doesn't seem that fast. But when it's you and literally a piece of wood and resin and plastic between your feet and the fucking ground, it's so fast. Like 45 seems like fucking 80 in a car. But yeah, and then the wind rushing and everything. So yeah, it's really hard to also convey two things. It's hard to convey the grade of the mountain, like the steepness on video, and it's hard to convey the speed. Because if I'm pointing the camera frontwards, it doesn't look like I'm going fast. But then if I point it towards like the tree line, like, oh shit, he's cruising.
Oh yeah, you just. I mean, same thing in a car. You know, when you look off into the horizon going perpendicular to where you are, you're like, shit, that guy's flying. I think that, or I am, you know, depending on if you're a speed demon or not.
Oh yeah.
But how long were you there?
Clearly, I'm a speed demon. I did like boarding for 2 hours. I was there for a total of about 5.5 hours. The lifts take a little while, so I was on the lift, had some lunch. You got to take a break in between like 3 or 4 runs because the runs are pretty physically demanding.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I did a total. I have my stats actually. Let me just fucking pull those up, and I'll tell you what I did because I use the Slopes app, and you can get all your stats. So total on the mountain there, I was there 5.5 hours.
Oh wow!
Not a bad day, I would say.
I did 14 runs. I snowboarded a total of 17,500 vertical feet. I snowboarded a total of 19.8 miles. And I was on the board for about 2 hours, 1 hour and 53 minutes. I was on the ski lift for 1 hour and 38 minutes. And then did some resting, eating, just sitting down, chilling for about an hour and 53. My top speed was 46.7. And my tallest run was 2,200, around 2,200 feet. So
when you go like your tallest run from top to rest, you know, when you go down, how long would you guess? Is that like a minute and a half?
Like and that's what
for you when you were
that's
when you were
what
going
you gauge.
Yesterday.
About a 2.5 mile takes about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's so you have that like adrenaline for 10 straight minutes.
Yeah.
That's cool. That sounds like it's a lot of fun. I'm really glad that you do that, man. I think it's good for you to just get out and have not any other thought going through your mind.
It's straight up
that's
there,
really important.
It's
good.
Great. It's amazing. So yeah, I love it, and I'll keep the audience up to date. I kind of want to create a snowboarding channel in the Discord and just share, dude. The views when you're up there before you go down, you can't get them anywhere else. You're probably not going to hike 3,000 feet up. So they're just incredible. Yeah, they're incredible.
Well, if you do make a channel, you can post real life stuff, and I'm just going to post how sad I am that SSX Tricky never ever continued its series of video games, because those were amazing. Well, SSX Tricky was my personal favorite, but SSX was really fun. So,
dude, with
maybe if you talk about snowboarding enough, if you talk about it enough, maybe somebody will catch wind and be like, "Shit, we got to revitalize that series."
Yes, dude. Ever since starting snowboard, I've wanted a good snowboarding game, and I'm like, oh, there really are none. And like with the particle effects and physics they could do now, it'd be amazing. But yeah, snowboarding, awesome, love it. I am super fucking sore today. It literally, I just got off the mountain like hours ago. We came back around 7 p.m. So you got to get up super early to catch the lifts, because they close all the lifts around 4, because the sun will start setting and then you can't really see the terrain. So yeah, I'm still pretty sore. And that's why I'm also drinking at 2:30 p.m. on a Monday. I actually got a really weird one. I got a 12 pack of 4 different it's like a variety pack from Prairie Brewing. They're out of Oklahoma, and they have some really awesome craft sours. The one I was particularly interested in, and I haven't even tried it. I'm trying it right here on the cast. First thing is a cocktail. It's called Transfusion. It's a cocktail-inspired malt beverage with Concord grape, lime, and ginger. That is a crazy combination. So we're going to try it. Oh yeah, that's delicious. Tastes like grape Kool-Aid. And usually those ginger drinks, they have a spice to them, which I don't like. It's not even there. So delicious.
Is it wrong that I really wanted you to just like spit it out because it was horrible? This is the worst decision I've ever made.
Fuck? That's terrible. It tastes like a diaper wrapped in burnt hair.
That's the truth. Concord grape, lime, and ginger. No, this is like when you described it, it sounded awful, but I'm glad you like it.
It's heavy on the lime, finishes with the grape, and I honestly can't even taste the ginger, which I'm happy about. That was my only concern, is the ginger, because ginger has a little bit of a spice, a little bit of kick to it, but that's really good. So anyway, I'm here. Wasn't on the last cast. You know, sometimes you have to take a break, go snowboard down a mountain, get your mind off things, come back, and talk about games and drink some beer. And thankfully, Bob held down the fort, and we had our special guest Alex on, and they nailed it. So hopefully you enjoyed that episode. And I'm back, baby. I probably won't miss a lot of them, but you know, sometimes you got to clear your head. And I was feeling a little sick anyway, so whatever. I'm back. So thank you, Bob. You stepped in when I needed you.
It's my pleasure, man. And thanks to Alex, because that was a very last minute trying to figure this out. What are we doing? And I was like, hey, can you just do an episode? And he's like, yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Let me get a beer.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Shout out to Alex. Thank you. And I listened to some of it. It was great. It was very entertaining. So
I appreciate it. It was very.
I've not listened to it yet. I think I haven't. It was only a couple days ago.
It was at full by the seat of my pants because I didn't even realize I had the script, but I didn't realize I had the script. So it was like, all right, I'm going to just do everything I can based off of core memory. I've got news and I've got games to talk about. Let's go. So I apologize to people if it doesn't sound as good as your soothing voice leading the show there, Matt.
Well, thanks, buddy. And to be clear, we're still unscripted. The one thing I literally read is like the 2 sentences of the intro.
Yes,
that's it.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we're still.
You mean what's up, everybody? Welcome to Shapes of Gaming. Are you talking about that?
Yes, exactly. You can do the intro one time if you want.
If I could do it by memory, because I've heard it enough, maybe. Although it's written out for me now, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
yes, it is.
Oh,
yeah. We sent you the structure. There's no script, but there's kind of a structure.
Yeah, it's not a script. It's a structure. That's the best way to put it. It's hey, here's the intro line, and then in this specific order, we'll talk about these objects. But that's it.
Yep. And then we kind of
there's a word that says news, but it doesn't say what the news is. It just says news. That's the structure.
We should share the news link or the news link note with Caleb, probably. I don't know. We are unhinged, everyone, and unscripted. And guess what? Our next section is housekeeping. We're not on video. We're dealing with Zencastr shit. I'm working with support. They don't know why it's not posting to YouTube. They're like, well, it worked and now it doesn't. So,
sounds
whatever.
Like they have their finger on the pulse of what really makes Zencastr tick. All right.
Right. Hey, shout out to Zencastr. They're awesome. They enable us to do this. You're in fucking Ohio. We're in Colorado. True. We're all remote. And it's all virtual. So shout out to them. They're great, but yeah. They just can't get that video thing down. And it used to work. Now it doesn't. And we didn't change anything on our end. So I don't know what's going on. We'll do video when we want to. And until we can get Zencastr to consistently post it to YouTube, then we'll be consistent with it. So until then, you can listen to our beautiful voices. And speaking of our beautiful voices, if you're not subscribed to the podcast, you can subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on whatever podcast app of your choice. It's all free, and you get the new episodes downloaded as soon as we post them, which is usually, I don't know, sometime Thursday, midday, whenever, like noon, let's just say, wherever you are. So we have fun with it. We have a Discord. We've been streaming on Twitch, and we've had a blast. Thank you so much to our community on Discord. We keep the conversation going there. We have all kinds of channels. And if you're not part of the Discord and you're not part of the community and you're not subscribed to the podcast, hey, Bob, where can people find us?
Oh, no, this one isn't scripted. I'm just joking. This really isn't. But
I just read all that. No,
no, you just go into that browser, go to shapesofgaming.com. Like Matt said, you'll get to the landing page where you'll be able to hear our voices on all of those podcast services of your choice. There is YouTube there. Like we said, we're working on that video. Come say hi over in the Discord, have a conversation. We're there all the time pretty much, and keep that conversation going. And while you're at it, please leave us a nice comment and give us a thumbs up on that platform as you listen in. Just go to shapesofgaming.com. And once again, gentlemen, not even written down.
Exactly.
Boom.
Keep it going.
That section is literally called housekeeping, and that's it. We fire from the hip here on Shapes of Gaming. It's raw, it's unedited, it's unhinged, and most importantly, it's fucking unfiltered.
The best part is everything Bob told you was incorrect. He just made shit up that doesn't exist.
I'm just so glad we have the URL now. We have shapesofgaming.com instead of link.tre fucking
Linkter.e.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linktree's weird shit.
So,
yeah, true.
Some magic, some DNS forwarding on the back end. Finally figured that out. So yeah, if you're not part of the community, join us. It's awesome. We love doing it, and we love talking games and drinking beer and just keeping the conversation going about games. We're all gamers, and we actually do play a lot of video games, and we talk about it. So that's what we started here. And thanks everyone that's part of the community. And if you're not, join us. We won't bite. We promise, unless you ask us to.
Right.
Yeah.
I do. Before we go to the next section, I do have to apologize to both of you for not having a beer because it's been so goddamn cold that I haven't been able to go buy any fucking beer. And all I have here is hard liquor, and I'm dehydrated enough because of this cold. I don't need to have hard liquor today.
Add some hard liquor to the Pepsi.
Well, it's
rum
almost.
and Pepsi.
I mean, there's only this little bit left, and just having it to soothe my throat a little bit, which is dumb. I should have more water, but I know that. I just
honey, aloe vera, some hot tea.
All I'm hearing are excuses.
Yeah,
that's all I'm hearing.
But to be clear, we don't encourage people to drink. Like we don't drink to get drunk. Okay, we drink because we love the taste of alcohol. We love the craft that it is. I like the science behind it, and I just like having a little beverage, either when I game or when I'm podcasting. So, don't go drink excessively, okay?
You know what though? That I think about it, I've actually had an liquor inspired thing today. So with my lunch, I had some beef jerky that is bourbon smoked.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's bourbon beef jerky. Lisa got it for me for Christmas. I had never even heard of it before.
Where?
It's real. I will ask her. I don't know because it was in my my Jewish stocking. That's not a euphemism. That sounds like it's gross. But, but yeah, it's really good, and it does taste like the infusion of bourbon.
Some beef jerky in my Jewish stocking
at her mom's house, no less. So, that's how we roll in Ohio. That's what you guys are missing out on. That's how we have to stay warm. Exactly. It's the only way we survive because it's so fucking cold outside.
Jerky stuffing sounds fucking awesome. But yeah, that combines two of my favorite things: alcohol and jerky.
Jerking it? What? Alcohol and jerking it? We all heard you say it. No, Bob heard it too. Don't you try to?
Alcohol and jerky. And
sorry, Matt's mom.
Jewish stocking.
I didn't know you were going to find out this way. I'm so sorry.
Hey, man, we were talking about edging just the other day, so you know what? So
just a friendly reminder for everybody out there: they asked me on the show, so learn from your mistakes, gentlemen.
And why are you on this particular episode, Caleb? Look at that segue.
Because
hold on,
I am going to do. You have there it is. That's the segue music. The state of the draft. I believe. Is it? Do you want me to do that now, or do you want to touch news first?
No, this is part of housekeeping, so we'll do this.
Okay.
Then either what we're playing in news or what we're playing. We are very organized on this podcast.
Why didn't I look at the script that doesn't exist?
Exactly.
Okay, so we're going to do.
Fun fact. Go ahead. Fun fact, and that's why we wanted to do this unscripted, unhinged, unedited. I ran a podcast before, and I did like 34 episodes. The most popular, most listened to one, and that was a little scripted, but the most popular one was when we literally just all got drunk and just shot from the hip. No structure, no script whatsoever. And so I was like, and no edited. We didn't edit because it was pretty heavily edited. We edited the ums and the long pauses. You like that?
Awkward silences, if you will.
The awkward silences. And then, I spent like probably 3 hours editing each fucking episode. And then the one I was just like, fuck it. We got drunk. We had some fun. I think it was Bo's birthday, I believe. Okay. And we all got drunk and we had a surprise birthday party for him after the cast. Like we were upstairs recording and everyone was like gathering downstairs to surprise him for his birthday.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. So we had some fun, but that was the most listened to episode. So I was like, Bob, when we do this podcast, it's got to be unedited. I'm not fucking editing anything. I think Zencaster does some audio balancing on the levels. That's about it. And then we add the intro, outro, but you're hearing it raw and just straight from the fucking mouth to your ears.
That's what she said.
Exactly. Anyway, that was it.
The raw of the Jewish shocking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Got a nice Star of David on it and everything.
Exactly.
Who's David? Also what she asked. Anyway, let's start talking about the... Oh, go ahead. What?
Hopefully you all love our structure that we have. Anyway, take it away, Caleb.
All righty. So, draft updates, of which there are many. So the last episode that you would have gotten any real update on the draft, other than like, oh, that game's going to come out soon, was probably the draft itself, because it is early enough in the year. And I believe we did that on January 3rd, which would have been a Saturday, I want to say. Anyway, for those of you that know, that did listen to it, we ended up drafting a total of, 45 games? Was it 9 of 5 of us doing 9? Yeah.
9 each.
So 45 total games were drafted, and then the counter picks were done. And then I learned some things that fucked me, but that's fine. And it's all Mason's fault. And I'm going to make fun of him for it until the day I'm dead. And when he listens to it, he's just going to shake his head and say that motherfucker. And that's kind of part of the joy of the draft. But the quick overview is we draft those games. Once they release, they get scored on OpenCritic, and based on the OpenCritic aggregate score, we get points. We have talked about it ad nauseum. If you care to know exactly how it works, I would actually point to listening to the draft episode, because there were various rule changes here. So, to save some time, we're gonna just stick with that. What you don't know are the games that we have picked up, and there are plenty of games that were picked up, because that night, the same day we did the draft, a couple hours later, I want to say like 3 hours afterwards, the first bids went through. So I am going to just go through the order of things that were drafted and picked up. Excuse me, not drafted. Picked up, meaning you bid on them, and the highest bid wins.
Fake money.
Yeah, it's all real money. Don't believe Matt.
All real money.
He's gone broke buying all of these things. No, it's all fake money. We all get $100 throughout the course of the year, and whatever you bid, if you win, you pay it. It is not eBay rules. So if somebody bids 5, somebody else bids 7, that person pays 7, not 501. So the very first pickup that was successful was the new Divinity, which I'm not gonna comment on any of these games, whether I think it's a good pickup or a bad pickup. I'm just going to give you the facts. So he acquired Divinity, the newest Divinity, with a bid of $5. And one thing I can't tell you right now is if anybody else bid on it. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. It just depends on the order of this stuff. So he got Divinity. I can tell you that the next thing he tried to bid on was Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven, and he did not pick it up because I got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, you did. If you guys are curious, you can look at the draft and you can see who bid on what. If you're super curious and you want to drill in, you can see the league history in the link. So we have a channel specifically for it, so you can follow along. And if you're super into numbers and want to drill into that kind of stuff, you can on that link. So go ahead.
Yeah, which is cool. But the request was for me to talk about the pickups in the order that they came. So I am going to throw it back in Matt's face and do it exactly like that instead of the most convenient way possible. So
Love it.
He did not get Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven because I did, and we will touch on that shortly. Then Mason also got Marathon, and he paid $3 for it. He then picked up an unannounced new God of War Greek project with another bid of $3. And then lastly, on January 3rd, he got Reanimal for a whopping $21. And fun fact, quick interjection here.
During the draft, call him out bad.
I am going to call him out just because I think it's hilarious. And also, I mean, I I said I wasn't going to comment on it. I do think it's a good pickup. I think Reanimal's going to be a great game. I think he's going to score
not
really
for $21
well. So not shitting on it in any way. I'm just going to give him some shit because I think it's funny. During the draft, we picked on him for being out of money last year sooner than the rest of us. And he was like, I'm not going to do that this year. And the first thing he does is drop $21 fucking dollars out of 100 on Reanimal. So I think that's hilarious. I sincerely, even as your competitor, Mason, I hope it does well. I do. I hope it was worth it. I hope it does well. I think it'll do at least fine. So good on you. Next up would be Bob. This is a bit of an oof. I almost counterpicked this one, and you're lucky I didn't. He picked up the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake. Only spent $1 on it. But for those of you, I don't know if this is the part of the news or if you touched on it in an earlier episode, I apologize.
We've already talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, those that don't know, it was officially canceled by Ubisoft. I believe just the other day they released a statement about it finally, which was cool. Even though it did read like corporate bullshit. He dropped it, but it did cost him one of his 3 for the year, right? I mean, because it was we only get 3 this year of like canceled or pushed
super
games.
drops. They're called if they get canceled, they're usually locked, but you have 3 super drops where you can drop them even if they're canceled or not going to be releasing. So yeah.
So he already had to quote unquote waste one, which is a bit of a bummer. I feel bad for you, but at least it happened now, and you're not just like waiting until April or May and be like, where the fuck is it? Then you also picked up Super Meat Boy 3D for $1. Could get for $1. And lastly, for January 3rd, he cheated the system, this motherfucker, because we all thought, well, at least I thought, that this game was ineligible due to it being a re-release of sorts, but he gamed the system, and I applaud him for his gamesmanship. He bid on Super Mario Brothers Wonder Switch 2 edition plus Meetup in Bella Bell Park, and it only cost him $3. I do believe that the Meetup in Bella Bell Park is the reason that it counts, because is it a director's cut? Is that what they're qualifying
exactly this as? It's a director's cut because of the additional content that's being loaded in.
And I see Matt is shaking his head in a negative light. Is that because he's jealous, or does he disagree with this assessment?
Both can be true.
Yeah. Well, I disagree that this should be eligible, but I don't know. He found some fucking loophole, and he's going to get an easy 20 points. Hey, man, it was there. It's part of the game. It didn't stop you. It's legal. We're going to look at those rules next year.
Yeah. Although,
if you don't do something, you're not the reason for the safety meeting. You're not doing it right.
Right.
I guess that's true. No, I mean, I don't know. I assume that Matt and I both had our eye on it, and then we both just wrote it off because it was I thought it would be ineligible because our primary base rule for games is if they've already scored, they're usually ineligible. Because you're like, I'm going to just snag that. I know what it's going to get, right? Yeah.
Fuck it. You found a loophole, Bob. So whatever.
I didn't get the positive loophole, and I got the fuck off loophole. That's
I don't know.
Me over pretty. That's a good question.
I don't know.
All right.
It's your Jewish stocking.
I guess so. Whatever. I got the bourbon beef jerky, so I guess I really win.
That's true.
All right. So next up, Matt, you have a pretty big line here of some pickups.
I do. We'll see how it plans out.
Let's see how it plays out for him, Cotton.
No.
His first pickup was The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, with a bid of $1. His next pickup, Pokemon Generation 10, that is not officially announced, but now would be this year. It's a risky one, but this year seems like it could be.
We'll have a Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day, end of February.
And you know what they're going to show?
Probably not that, but we'll see.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Right, Metroid Prime 4 DLC.
It'll be a Pokemon expansion where Samus gets in more form. And
I'm going to throw up in my mouth.
Pikachu comes out and he yells, Pika. Okay. The next game he picked up was Beast of Reincarnation, and only cost him $3. Which at the time, we did not know anything official about it. The Xbox Developer Direct did come a few weeks later, which was very nice. And they showed some things for it. So it looks like it's on track to release, which is good.
Which Caleb and I are going to give our quick thoughts on that Xbox Developer Direct in the news. Super quick, just to recap. But yeah, Beast was there.
All right, so Beast of Reincarnation, and then the next one he picked up was Dragon Quest 12: The Flames of Fate, costing $2. That one, as a Dragon Quest fan, I am absolutely excited for it.
Yeah.
I said I wasn't going to comment, so I won't. We'll just see how that works out for you. That's
Right.
all I'm going to say.
I could drop it at any time. These are the pickups. They can't be counterpicked, so you can be a little more risky with them.
And since they've never been officially announced and or canceled, they don't count towards the super drops, which is the advantage.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Like tomorrow, if Square Enix said, "Hey, Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined is a couple days out. 12's coming out in 2029," then I don't think you would.
No, that would be a super drop because
it would be a super drop. That's what I mean, because they would say officially it's not this year.
Yes, if it's announced officially not this year or canceled, it is a super drop. So you do have to be careful.
Counterpoint. Square's not going to do that. So not tomorrow, at least. Like, if anything, it would be Summer Games Fest or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he tried to pick up Reanimal for $1, and unless you have the memory of a goldfish, he lost to the $21 bid from this. So,
Yeah.
The last game that Matt picked up on the 3rd was another unannounced game, Pokemon Black and White remake. He bid on it for $1. That one has a bigger chance, I think.
Yes.
Not that they both can't be true, but that one, I mean, when's the last generation of those that have been remade or re-released?
The last remake was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl about 3 years ago. And they usually do like 4-year increments.
Yeah. So
it's either 3 or 4 years ago.
It could hit. We'll see.
One of those two are. I'll tell you that right now. And I kind of put my stake in both of them to see which one would hit.
Well, yeah, you're just hedging your bet. Because if one hits, the other one might not get announced.
I'm diversifying investments.
You should try it with real money.
I know. I already do. I have investments across all sectors. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that.
All right. Next up is actually me. So earlier I had mentioned that Mason did not get his Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven because he was outbid. He was outbid by me. I bid $2 on it. And I stood behind it. I felt like it was going to be good. We'll talk about that in a minute. That was a good pickup for me, if I do say so myself. I bid on Beast of Reincarnation right after that. I only wanted to spend $2. So Matt had outbid me with his $3 bid. And so good on you, you know?
Fun fact with this. I had talked about this with you, and we were both kind of like, oh, yeah, I think we're probably good. Beast of Reincarnation looks good. And so I knew you were going to try and outbid me for $1, so I did $3.
No, I actually thought somebody was going to do $5. I thought if anything, it'll be $5. I was like, if I can get lucky and get it for $2, cool. If not, cool. I don't really care. Like, I mean, I care. It looks like it's going to be okay. I'm not sold on it like you are yet. We can talk about that during the developer direct part. But next game I picked up was Order of the Sinking Star for $1. For people that don't know, that's the same team that did The Witness and what's his name? John, whatever.
Jonathan Blow.
Yeah. Well, how could I forget that? It does seem I only bid $1 on it. You know, I'm still a little on the fence about it. We'll see what happens later in the year. But I also tried to get Reanimal for $4. And once again, Mason outbid me by spending $21. So
he outbid himself.
He did outbid himself, and that's okay. He really wanted it, and again, hope it does.
He got it.
Lastly, for me, on the first round of pickups, I acquired Mixtape for $4. I'll be honest, I'm still a little on the fence about that one too, but that one has a lot more promise yet to be seen.
Is that from Don't Nod?
I want to say
the ones that did Life is Strange.
Yes,
I think Don't Nod did that, and I think
no, it's Beethoven and the Dinosaur. Annapurna is the reason that I picked it up because Annapurna,
okay,
they know how to pick games. So
yes,
I figured why not. And it's one of those. As much as I like to have my drafts be games that I will play, don't know that I will play Mixtape. That's the only one on my list that I don't know if I will play. I'm not saying I won't. I just don't know yet. I need to see a little bit more. I love the music for it. I love the soundtrack that they like, all the musicians that they have, like absolutely 100%. That was another reason I was like, damn, that's going to have a sweet
very
soundtrack.
90s.
Yeah. So almost done here. The final pickup of that week of January 3rd was Bo, your grandpa's favorite Gooner gotcha game. He acquired Fable for $3. And it turns out that Fable was another one of those Xbox developer and the Xbox developer direct that I do think looks fun enough. I'm not going to say it looks like a masterpiece, but it does. Like, I'm going to get it. I love Fable, and it looks like they've captured the essence of Fable from that developer direct, so that's cool. Then the following week, much shorter, fewer pickups. Start with Mason again. He acquired the unannounced Witcher 3 DLC for $2, and he acquired an unannounced Fallout 3 re-something for $5. That was the same game that Bob bid on. He got outbid for the unannounced Fallout 3 re-something. He only bid $3. So Mason ended up getting that for $5. Do you have any quick interjections, Bob, since you were the one outbid on that guy?
No. There's a reason I bid $3 because I think there's an outside chance it doesn't come along, and I do $3 because that means you've got to bid 4 or more. And if you do bid on a game that's really realistically we don't have an announcement on, it's good. But then all of a sudden you just burned $5 in this case after you said you were going to spend all your money. You know what? Not good to you, man. Good pickup.
No, it's another one of those that if it drops, it'll probably be really, really cool. So good for him. You know?
Yeah.
And then Bob, and I know the true reason for this pickup, and I'm here for it as a huge fan. He was able to bring this shit into reality last year with his Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evil East Chronicles, before he knew it was called the Evil East Chronicles. This year, he has picked up an unannounced Final Fantasy IX re-something with a bid of $1. So do I think it's going to happen? I will not answer that, but you know the answer to that. Do I hope it does? Of course I do. Come on. So if you can do 2 for 2 and bringing something that I want into fruition, then take the points. You can have them.
It happened once. Please let this happen again.
I hope they don't skip 8. I'm just saying.
Right. But 9 was the one on that NVIDIA leak all those years ago and not 8. Right. So that does give 9 more of a possibility. I do. I mean, I'm with you. I wish that 8 would get its love too, but you know, we live in a world of where executives make dumb fucking decisions. So next up, Matt picked up unannounced Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake with a bid of $1, which, if the rumors are true, despite the fact that Ubisoft has, I mean, not to really make a play on the words of the Black Flag, if they're not a complete sinking ship at this point, which the last news has made them questionable.
We talked about it. That was like kind of the main topic of episode 37. So if you want to hear about the Ubisoft stuff, go check it out.
That's the one I just started. That's why I haven't listened to the last one yet, because I was still in the middle of that. But yeah, so again, as your friend, I really, really hope it comes. I know that that's like your favorite. I hope it does well if it does come.
5. Yeah.
As your competitor, as much as I don't want it to score really well, I really want it to score. I mean, that's a really good game. Yeah. And if they do it justice with the remake, that'd be cool.
Yep.
And then I picked up, this one's a little bit of a risky one. I really like the trailer that I saw, a little bit of gameplay that I saw, but I think they're a first-time developer. I acquired Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse with a bid of $1. I don't know if you guys have seen much of that. That could be a 65 or it could be an 85. I don't know. It's a risky one. I'm going to keep my eye on it. It's supposed to come out in March. If it looks like it's not going to be great, I can always get rid of it. But I believe in it enough to pick it up and keep it on my list, keep it off of other people's lists, you know? And then next up, which would have been the week after that, Mason acquired Ontos with a bid of $1, and he dropped Divinity. So even though I said Divinity when this started, we all know it's not there, but that's because he replaced it with Ontos, probably because he assumed Divinity was not going to release this year. And then right after that, Bob got the unannounced Half-Life, mainline Half-Life game with a bid of $1. Another one of those like
bold.
All right, it only cost them $1. I don't think Valve's going to come out and say this isn't coming out this year, but we're going to have one. So it won't cost him a super drop, you know. For $1, I feel like the man likes to roll the dice. Am I correct in that assessment?
Yeah, for $1, everybody's going to say no. But if I get it for $1, and same thing like with Evil East last year, and it just drops, I look like a genius. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to personally contact Gabe Newell and be like, can you tell us that this game isn't coming out this year? And can you announce it tomorrow so that Bob gets fucked on his second super drop? I wouldn't do that to you on purpose. And then the last two things, pretty easy. Bob was able to drop his Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake with the super drop. And then just 2 days ago, he acquired Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake, and it cost him $3. So
yep,
that's your update on all of the drafting pickups and otherwise. The only real other thing, and this is not a brag, I'm the only one that has points right now because I'm the only one that has had a full-fledged release, and that was Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven.
Wrong.
And what?
Somebody else? Points. I have points.
Oh no, Dragon Quest Reimagined. No, you don't have points yet because it's not finalized. Like the game hasn't released, so they don't give you points until release. So you have tentative points.
Looking good though.
Which I will get to. My Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven settled at 87, so I got 17 points for that, or 16 and change.
Real good, dude. That is
decimals.
Phenomenal.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I'm
especially for DLC.
Yeah, I really thought the original game was great. I loved what I saw from the DLC trailer, and I really, really like the developer. So that was kind of a win-win, and it only cost me like $2 or whatever. So I will take that. The only other game that has any potential points right now for real is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which is on Matt's list. It is currently sitting at an 84 on OpenCritic. I don't know the decimals yet, but anything in the 80s is pretty solid. I will say, as a Dragon Quest fan, I'm a little bummed. I feel like it should get at least 3 or 4 points higher based on the demo that we got. It makes me a little concerned with the pacing. It makes me a little concerned with some review scores, but I'm still excited for the game. You're still excited for the game. An 84 is nothing to sneeze at. That's a great draft score. Especially for the first game. The only other game that has potential points, but there's not enough, would be Nioh 3. That's coming out later this week. I saw one reviewer give it a 9 out of 10, which is awesome. That's on Bob's list, so good on you. Obviously, as your friend, I hope it continues along that trajectory. You've been playing the demo. We'll talk about that in great detail in a little bit. But so this week, we're going to have 2 of those big boys dropping. And then the only other, we've got, 2 more games in February? Yeah, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, Nioh 3. Reanimal drops for Mason's $21. We'll see if his $21 bet paid off on the 13th.
Yep.
And then Resident Evil Requiem, which I am very excited for, is the very end of the month. And that basically covers our February. So was there anything else you wanted to touch on about the draft or otherwise?
No, you were very thorough. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you asked for it. I would have been much shorter, but you wanted a full-ass recap? You got a full-ass recap. So there you go.
Thank you for pointing out that one review for Nioh. I was like, I saw that and I'm like, ooh, please just stay that direction. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
I really think it's gonna probably settle around between an 89 and a 91. I think based on what I've seen, what I've heard from you guys who've been playing the demo, and just the fun factor from the zeitgeist, it looks like it's going to settle around that 9 out of 10, which is fantastic for you. That's wonderful news.
I think it'll be high 80s. Yeah, I played the demo. We'll talk about it for sure.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that recap. And like I said, if you guys want to follow along, we got a channel specifically for it. And we're going to do a state of the draft. And it might not be this involved because we had so many pickups to get through. But we're going to do a state of the draft every beginning of the month. And Caleb will hopefully be on. So, but if you can,
if I'm available,
sure.
I will be doing it. Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, do we want to get into what we're playing or the news first? Do we want to end with the news or what we're playing? What do you think, Bob?
I think we should start with the news personally.
I agree.
I agree. Over-talked. Bob needs to talk some. He's the news guy. And I'm excited about the news and the games we can just go on about until our dicks fall
agree.
Off, so.
that's what we usually do, and that's how the structure is laid out. But last episode, I heard they did what we were playing and then news. So
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God. You're
I
gone
know.
for one fucking day, and
I know
what the
everything
hell
fucking falls apart.
Turns into fucking amateur hour over here. God damn it.
No, you
or
guys
the
got
greatest
it.
thing that the world has ever conceived. I haven't heard it
Exactly.
yet. I'll report
People- People will be like on the Discord. They'll be like, "Yeah, we don't want Matt back. He's just no. Let's just get Bob
Fuck
out."
that guy. He invites
Fuck
his friend
that guy.
Caleb, but doesn't shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Bob
They
and
both
Alex
talk
were
too
succinct. They were to the point.
Yeah, no, let's do that news.
Hell yeah.
Actually, let's start. I know you guys want a break, but I'm going to give you one last moment, please. This is going to be your platform. We'll talk. I'm going to give you your. Let me give you your thoughts on the Xbox Developer Direct.
Right.
As a quick recap for those that may have not listened to last week's episode, there, Caleb. There were 4 games that were announced with the recent Xbox Developer Direct: Beast of Reincarnation, Fable, Kiln, and Forza Horizon 6. So you guys, as the audience knows, you've already heard my thoughts on these. So I'm not going to beat too much into the ground other than watching your custom character, Caleb, that you made. And you had in our other chat there recently, made me immediately go to kill because that's the first thing I would do. That being said, I'll let you, Matt. I'll let you get started. I'll let you tackle us at any angle you want, whichever game. Take it away, brother.
Sure. I'll just go in order. I'll give you my quick thoughts. Forza Horizon 6. Super excited for it. Love the Japanese setting. Bummed it's not coming day and date on PS5. I will be there day one for the PS5 version. I will not be getting it on Xbox.
Will you be getting it on Xbox, Caleb?
Because I don't have an Xbox.
So I have gone back and forth over the past 2 weeks of like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I would love to wait for the PS5 version just because the PlayStation 5 is my main console. But it feels so dirty because I've played all the Forza Horizons on my Xbox. And you guys were here. It runs well. It looks great. I need a reason to use my Xbox.
It's a new day and age, Caleb.
New day and age. Yeah, but I don't want to wait 5 fucking months or 6 months for it. I don't. And here's why.
It's coming out in a packed month.
Yeah. You don't think the PlayStation version's not going to come out in a packed time?
I'm hoping it drops 6 months later around November when GTA comes out because everyone's going to be on I don't give a fuck.
You're not going to play Halo? GTA. Halo Campaign Evolved?
I'll be playing Halo Campaign Evolved.
So you're not going to be playing you know that there's going to be September, October, November games.
I don't know. People are going to avoid that November window. Whenever GTA gets announced, people are going to avoid that window like the plague. But
September and October, there's going to be some shit in September and October, and you're telling me you're not going to be playing some of those in November? Like, I have
no choice. I can't get it on the Xbox because I got rid of my Xbox 10 years ago. So
no, that's very true, and that's kind of. I don't want that to happen, where I don't have one because I do like having the other system. I'm just like, man,
sure.
I fucking love Forza Horizon. I love Japan. I love all the things are lined up so perfectly for me that I'm like, yes, I'm going to be playing First Light. Like I'm going to be playing 007. That's no question. But Forza Horizon is not a game. I mean, I can play it for hours on end, days on end, weekends on end, but I can also play like a really fun narrative game and then jump into Forza Horizon and drive around.
Secondary game.
And it's so perfect around Summer Games Fest. It's so perfect around the June developer, WWDC, all the shit that we like, where I can just, I have an hour. I'll just jump into Forza Horizon 6, just drive around, do some shit. So jury's still out. I probably won't decide until early May. And if I know myself, I know I'm just going to be like, fuck it. Life is short. I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to be really mad at myself. But I really feel like I'm not going to wait. And that is more a testament to how much I love Forza Horizon. Because most other games, I would wait. I didn't buy Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on Xbox. I waited, and I was glad that I waited. But Forza, man, it's special. It's the top 3 for my Xbox.
I'm excited, man.
All time. Yeah. So. Yeah,
I played 5 at your place. I'm excited to do paddle shifting with the Edge. I'll get it when it comes out on PS5. I'll get it day one if it doesn't conflict with my other narrative-driven stuff. So
sure, yeah. And I hope. I think what would be smart is if they only had to wait like a quarter. If they released in like
they
a
did
September.
That with, Indiana Jones, right? It was like 4 or 5 months.
I was gonna say I would guess 5 months.
Yeah.
Like almost to the date. I think it was either May to November 15th or June
Yeah.
to November. It was something like that. So maybe it was 6 months, but it wasn't more than half a year. But I think not that Forza and Grand Theft Auto have the same user base, but
Right.
it would be kind of cool if they only had to make PlayStation users wait like 3 or 4 months instead of 6.
Yeah, we'll hear about it at Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, we will. And I'm whatever. Can we talk for just a second about that little teaser at the end of the developer direct trailer?
Oh yeah.
Forza? Was it Gundam? Was that?
Yeah, it was fucking Gundam.
So my first thought for just a split second, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Is that a Transformer? Like I got really excited that it could be a Transformer. And then I remembered Japan and they had a little bit more of a pointy art style. I was like, oh God, I mean, I'll take a big old mech that turns into vehicles. That's cool. So that's exciting for me too.
They don't really turn into vehicles, though.
No, they don't. But
they're fighting machines. I think another DLC, one that would knock it out of the park in a Japan setting, Godzilla.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Can you drive Godzilla?
You could drive up Godzilla's
drive up on his back, on his tail.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Jump off of his head while he screams.
Yes.
I think he should come and destroy everything, and you should have to rebuild it with your car.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how that would work, but I would be okay with that.
I don't even know how they're going to do these DLCs, but I'm excited.
They always nail them.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah. Was that your game of the show, Forza 6?
It was. And the minute that they said it was going to be there, I knew it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like Fable could have come out and been the best looking Fable in the world, and I still would have probably put Forza Horizon 6 above it because of my Japanese bias and because I have a history with both IPs.
Sure.
And I very much like Fable, but Forza is just the gift that keeps on giving. Like I can go back into it and play it again and again and again. It's so good.
Yep.
So that was game of the show without question for me.
That was your game of the show. My game of the show was the next one, Beast of Reincarnation from Game Freak. This looks awesome. It looks like an amalgamation of all my favorite games combined. Quick thoughts on it. My game of the show, day one, loved everything I saw. If they can, it's on my draft. I'm getting the same feeling as I did with Claire, honestly. And if they can nail the landing, I think it's going to be awesome. And everything we saw was incredible. It's like Stellar Blade in a post-apocalyptic Japanese setting. Had some Horizon elements in it. Had a little bit of Soulsborne, but nothing crazy. It honestly looked like the combat of Stellar Blade. And then you have a fucking dog companion or wolf companion or whatever. And you have that companion when you do his moves. It goes turn-based. So it's like a turn-based RPG with an action-based RPG. Dude, count me the fuck in. Day one for me.
Can I? Oh, go ahead, Bob. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you're right. I do concur if they can stick the landing. And I thought about this more.
Going on.
There's a lot going on. And I thought about it more as I was, we'll talk about later when I was playing with the Nioh 3 demo, that's a very similar situation where there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So if they can nail the landing, you've got a smash hit. But that was my only concern was how much do you need for inspiration?
But I loved all of it. I mean, if it's a combination of all my favorite games.
My question for you, both of you, but Matt specifically, since this is your game of the show.
Yeah.
And I'm not making this comparison like direct one-to-one.
Yeah.
But do you remember the game Too Human?
No.
Yes.
So Bob, did you ever play Too Human?
I did, but it's been so long I couldn't tell you much about it, but I did play it. Yeah.
So I very much loved that game, but I agree with the fact that it did not score well. And I'm not just saying this like from a draft perspective. I'm just saying it like this was a game that was made for not even close to everybody. The Too Human. And in the trailers for Too Human, I remember being like, I'm intrigued. I feel like this is going to be like a B- game, but it's going to be a Caleb B- game, right? I don't remember what it scored because it did come out a long time ago. But I'm not trying to dissuade you in any way, shape, or form. I kind of wish that you had played or at least seen the Too Human trailer. I got a little bit of a feeling about Beast of Reincarnation that it was too human-y, where they tried to hit on all these things and only some of them worked and some of them didn't. And I mean, I hope that in Beast of Reincarnation that they all work. I want that game to do so well. because I do think it looks fun as long as, like you said, they can stick the landing.
Yes.
But I get a little bit of a mess, and it took me a couple days to put my finger on it. 2 Human was the one where I was like, this could go the 2 Human route. Who knows?
You're right. I'm looking at trailer again because I'm like, I remember playing it. Like I remember that box art on the 360 with like that huge, and and you're right. I'm looking because it was on Metacritic before OpenCritic. It's sort of 65.
Yeah, and that was, I still had a fun time with it, even though it's objectively not that great of a game. It was a fucking mess. So I'm hopeful the Beast of Reincarnation does much better than that. And Game Freak knows what they're doing. For the most part,
it's been in development for a while too.
5 years.
They started development on this after Sword and Shield, Pokemon Sword and Shield. So it's been in development for like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
So it's been that long. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. So with that, all right. Here's your history lesson, folks. So the reason that it's been in like that is because years ago, because this isn't the only non-Pokemon game Freak has done, but they had it was reported Project Gears, I think is what it was called, where basically they were taking the entire team and they split their team into 2 different, or their development squad into 2 different teams. One was working on Pokemon and the other one was working on new IP. And that's how you got because they were worried about Pokemon stay. You got to diversify, right? Whatever. Sure. That's not the point. The point is that's when you ended up with certain games that took long. And that's why you had certain things that kind of were rumored, but didn't come out. Like you remember most notoriously Pokemon Stars.
Mm-hmm. Stars.
Of it. Pokemon I don't know what it's
Stars.
So Pokemon Stars was supposed to be the 3rd entry for Pokemon Sun and Moon. But that never ended happening, and it's suspected but never confirmed.
I thought it was a clip
because it was never confirmed, but it was suspected that's because of the Project Gears. Basically, they were stretched too thin, so that's why I suspect Beast of Reincarnation's taking forever. I don't know. I haven't been in depth that much to be able to keep up.
Correction: Sword and Shield was 2020. It's 6 years, 6 or 7 years. So. Not fine. Yeah,
that's so good.
Really, you motherfucker! You had to bring it.
No, stop! No, I didn't even make that correlation until you said something. You son of a bitch!
You mean this correlation?
No, there is no relevance to 6 or 7. It's 69. I grew up in the 90s, and so did you. Stop.
Nice. That's how many. I had 169 points on the draft last year, so
exactly.
I feel like that's worth everything.
That's our 60 number, and they're not going to take it away from us. I make no correlation with 6 or 7. Nope.
Except you just did.
But yeah. No, you pointed it out. I completely forgot about it. It's funny. God. Oh, they're just mucking up everything. No cap. Anyway. Yeah. Beast of Reincarnation, game of the show. Can't wait. Hope it scores well. I seriously see a lot of potential in this game. I don't think it'll be for everyone, and that might be why it scores a little low.
But the potential is through the roof. You're not kidding. The potential is through the roof. It's a
mat-ass game, and this is top 3 most anticipated, I think. Other than like Saros and Pragmata and Control Resonant and Resident Evil 9 and Dragon Quest.
How did it go to top 3 when you've got like 6 bangers?
Well, it's the most unknown, right? It's the most unknown. Sure. You have your core games you know are going to be awesome. Sequels, pretty much all of them are sequels, right? So, Control Resonant, Saros. Well, I mean, not Wolverine, a sequel.
Maybe.
Nah. Oh, yeah, I'm excited for Wolverine, but we'll, I'm super excited for it. I loved everything I saw. So, yeah.
I'm glad.
The next game, Kiln, I'll be super quick about this. Not interested.
Not interested. It looked so fucking stupid to me. And they
wasted. Why they took. Oh God, they took up a really prime spot for this game. Hope it does well. Love everything Double Fine. Well, most of the stuff Double Fine does. This game looks stupid as fuck.
I love the developer. I do. I think they have a great team. They have great leadership. Like Tim Schafer's is. Well, I mean, I don't know him personally, but everything that I experience as a consumer, they seem like a good core group of people. And most of the time I would make the argument like, boy, look how excited they are about this. It's infectious. When somebody else loves something, you kind of want to love it too.
Sure.
I don't know if it was the editing. I don't know if I was just in a bad mood after seeing 2 potential bangers back to back, but I was like, what the fuck is this game? I don't care about it.
An online, no, I know the name, but an online multiplayer pottery brawler. No.
Honestly, I think I blacked out every time the scene changed. I was just like, every time I was upset when I would see more and more about it. And I really don't want to dissuade people if you're listening to this and it
I'm
looked really
excited
fun
for
for
people that are
you.
excited.
Yeah, like I really wanted to do well for you, but
Sure.
boy, was I like, this could have been an email. I didn't give a shit. I thought, I would have rather they replayed the Tides of Annihilation trailer and just lied and said it was new. That would have been fun. I would have been like, wait a minute, I've seen this before, but okay, it's fine.
That'd be awesome.
I will give the devil's advocate and try to on this. I think what they're doing, what they missed the mark was the way they sold the game from my perspective. Because you can take games that I go are not for me, and I go, okay, but there's something good there, right? This, they talked about so much of what you can do with the customization and how you can make these pottery characters your own, and then you can take them to battle. But they didn't actually expand upon the gameplay. So you think about something like Splatoon. Splatoon is cartoony. It's got some good music. It's vibrant and it's a party brawler. And I'm like, it's not for me. But at least you knew in Splatoon what you were getting into. You understood the mechanics revealing in the trailer. Like you understood what the game fundamentally is. And I think that's where Double Fine kind of screwed the pooch, so to speak, is they explained so much about the game's history without telling us what do you do in the fucking game.
Right. And what I mean, other than designing your pottery and stuff, I feel like it's going to be one of those hot for a minute and then everybody's going to drop it because they'll be like, oh, I got what I
like
needed this time. Well, more so like, oh hell, I had it in my head a second ago of another
Concord.
Concord didn't even get the chance. I mean, I think not to say that I would defend it, but it was out for what, like 2 weeks? It really wasn't that long. And that was a full ass.
These games, they come and go. And
Fall Guys. Fall Guys was what
reminded
me of. Yeah, and it was like people liked it. I'm not shitting on the fact that they liked it, but how long was it relevant? For a long time. For more than like a month. I'm sure there's still a subset of people that play it on Twitch. I wouldn't know that off the top of my head, but I just feel like it's another one of those. And if that's what Double Fine's going for, cool. My follow-up question would be, why wouldn't I just play Fall Guys? Or why wouldn't I just play something else that if you're just taking that, if it's designing pottery, I would find it, I'd rather go to a real pottery studio and make real pottery.
Exactly. Yeah.
I could make a real penis out of pottery instead of a game penis out of pottery.
Exactly. They had a butt sticker too, so they know what they're doing.
I mean, that again it's cool, like fine.
Sure.
I'm sure it's got its audience. I just don't know who that is.
Let's just say not for me.
Yeah.
And then Fable, again, not for me.
Not for you at all.
Not for me. No. It's just not a Mac game. I played a little bit of 3, didn't finish it. Just never drew me in. I'm excited that it's out there and people are getting this that are excited for it. I'm not interested. So,
man, I'm ready to go back to Albion. I am actually very excited for the next Fable game.
Cool.
Even if it's mediocre. Like honestly, if it's a middling game that works, doesn't have issues, and it's just fun enough, I will take it. I would rather it be a fucking banger. But I love Fable. I've always loved Fable ever since the OG Xbox release of 1, and then I played 2 and 3 on the 360. I assume, Bob, have you played all the other Fable mainline games? Because they had some offshoots, right?
They had some offshoots. I played them all. I love the Fable games, man.
Yeah, it's goofy. It's just a goofy, fun time, and the game mechanics were pretty fun. Even in the quote unquote bad one, 3 is the one that people say is the weakest. I personally think 2 I think it's my favorite. I loved 2. But I still had fun with 3. I don't know. I did. So give me more.
You're right on that front because, I'll just give you the recap here since you haven't listened. Fable, like the OG Fable, I installed it on a computer I had a few years ago, played it through Steam, and fundamentally OG Fable does not play well by modern day standards.
Oh, yeah, probably not. Not anymore.
So that's the thing with Fable. The gameplay just needs to be serviceable. It's everything around it and the charm and the writing that really makes Fable shine. And I think they really hit the head here, or they really looks like there's a lot of promise. I'll leave it like that.
Yeah. There's my only real concern with this is because some of the things that they quote unquote brought back from, I mean, I don't even remember when Fable 3 released, the last mainline one. It was a while ago. But, and this isn't a spoiler, it was in the developer direct. They're talking about being able to purchase houses and buildings and that's a very fundamental thing in Fables 2 and 3 to get income, passive income. They added a new element where like people might hate you because you own all the properties. They might think you're a rich hoity-toity asshole, or they might, if you don't own enough and you're poor as hell, maybe different game mechanics will open up. I'm thinking of something like a thieves guild. This is purely conjecture. That's a cool idea. I wonder if that's enough to differentiate it for how many years it's been for the Fable game. Like if you need all this money and the clear route is to get money and just be a rich asshole, are you ever going to really venture into the alternative once you've played through it? I mean, I think you and I will as fans, but it's one of those things that I think a lot of current gamers might complain about. Reviewers might be like, well, it doesn't cater to me, and that's my only real concern about it. But also I don't care because they have chicken kicking and the goofiness of the universe seems to still be intact, and it's a bit of a bummer that it's not a Matt game, because I do think if it were a show or a movie, I feel like you might actually like it more. But not for everybody, so you're a pass on it. And that's
it's always been an Xbox exclusive, and I never really got into it. And there are so many RPGs I would rather play. So
it surprises me more because you were big under the 360 back in the day when Fables 2.
I was, and it still didn't hook me. It still didn't hook me.
Yeah, so, well, then now is probably not the time to even give a shit. So good on you for just deciding and saying, nope, next.
It got a fall release window, so.
Yeah, we'll let you know if it's any good, and you'll say, good for you, I don't care. Then that'll be that.
No, I care if you have fun. And hey, man, I'm excited for the people that are excited for it. It's just not a me thing. I'm just not interested in it. And that's just a me thing. So
yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not saying it's a bad game in any shape or form. I hope it does well, and I hope people have fun with it. So
based on that video that we got, I'd score it in like the low to mid 80s.
I agree.
83, cool. 84. That's what it looks like right now. And I'm fine with that. That's cool.
I love the structure of these developer directs. I would love to see PlayStation do these type of events more, like talking to the developers, doing one by one, going into the studio, showing the process behind game development. It's an incredible structure. And I love these developer directs. This one, I mean, half of it was relevant to me. The surprise game was not, I don't know why they did that for that slot, but other than that, I loved what I saw of Forza Horizon 6 and Beast of Reincarnation. I can't wait. First half of the show was awesome. I could have checked out halfway through.
Even though it was only 4 games, I do think that they covered something for just about everybody, which is nice. That's I think people might look at it and be like, oh, this was a D- because I didn't think every fucking game was the greatest game ever. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. I mean, you go to a grocery store. Do you literally buy everything in the grocery store? Because if you don't, apparently that's a terrible grocery store. Like, I don't understand why people get so up in arms about it. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah, just because things aren't for you or just because things aren't for me, I'm not saying it was a bad show. Just half of it wasn't for me.
Yeah, the first half happened to be front loaded for our enjoyment much more than the second half, for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's the developer direct. Anything else you gentlemen want to touch on that? If not, keep moving on.
No, I think we pretty much covered it. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, this next one is for Matt here. So I'll drop it in the channel. This is coming, or the chat here for you guys. This is coming through Video Games Chronicle. You guys probably seen this. It's been reported through a couple other outlets along the way. But Sony recently dropped a new patent on a touchscreen PlayStation controller that lets players choose where the buttons will be put. So from this, it looks like the old school boomerang, if you gentlemen remember that from back in the day.
PS3.
But instead of the touchpad that we have now on the current iteration, the whole damn front faceplate appears to be a touchpad of some kind. This has led people to speculate what they're going to do with it. Obviously, companies will patent things when they're working in development or to renew certain concepts or whatever that, it could be a much ado about nothing situation. But it was filed back in 2023, February of 2023. I don't know if you guys saw this at all. And if so, would you even be interested in a PlayStation controller that's all touch?
I'll go. I haven't. I'm not interested at all in this. I rely heavily on tactile feel when I play video games.
I would agree.
Do not want this. I do not want this. Maybe I'll try it, but like when you're looking at the game and feeling the buttons, I mean, there's some muscle memory, but no, I need those tactile buttons. I'm not into this.
I would agree. I'm a tactile guy, but that I mean, I have the edge for a reason, right?
Exactly. Extra buttons.
And the haptic feedback and everything else that comes in on
this
there now.
Like Gen Z bolt. I'm kidding.
Honestly, I saw this and it kind of looked like the original Steam OS controller that Valve made way back in the day.
Yeah,
it kind of looked like that. Definitely not something I would use.
It makes sense because I mean, Apple released the iPhone and you can change the keyboard based on the app you have, so you can change the layout based on the game you're playing. But nah, man. Maybe they could do that with the buttons with like a little tiny screen under each button, but keep those tactile. What are you doing? Don't do this. Don't do this.
I would agree. What about you, Caleb?
So if I was being devil's advocate, I could use cases. I think I personally think it's fucking stupid. Like for me, I also like the buttons. I would rather have the buttons.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about other types of games and accessibility for people that might not be able to hold a standard controller or use a standard controller. I think
they have accessibility controllers for that.
They do, but technologically speaking, this is actually kind of groundbreaking. If you can say, here's the controller that's basically you have all this real estate. And again, I'm not trying to like pick on anybody in particular, but let's say you have you're a person that only has like 3 fingers on each hand. You have something that's wrong. You might have a different grip or embouchure than us, quote unquote, normies, who just use the controllers as they are laid out. So I think that that's a really good idea for that use case. And I feel like it could do wonders for rhythm games for people that maybe you don't have a good rhythm with your right index finger. Maybe you have perfect rhythm with your pinky and you want to just like put a button for your pinky to hit. I don't know. This is me just spitballing.
Just do that on the face buttons.
Okay. But every game is a little different. I feel like there is an application here. I just don't know how widespread or mainstream.
Give it to us as an option.
Yeah. Like it's a cool option.
What we already have.
What I don't want, and I think this is where your mind went, Matt, is if this was like the PlayStation 6 controller.
Exactly. Yes.
Like, fuck that noise. Correct. I would be so against that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But having it be an option, I mean, totally I would still argue. I think Microsoft does the best with accessibility controllers. Their accessories are miles beyond just about anybody else, and the others basically just copied off of the good stuff Microsoft has released and for PC and Xbox and stuff. So this, I believe, is Sony's way of trying to be a little bit more proactive about it. But I don't like it that much. Other than the use cases I just mentioned, and I don't even know how strong that is. So
I hope this is their drive. I see a different drive. I see a drive to make a unified touchscreen so they can do like a Portal without the DualSense controller on both sides, or really lean into their remote play on your phones. Like, oh, you have touch controls there. Well, our controller is the same and it's easy to swap back and forth. And
I think that'd be terrible. I mean, like, I agree with you. Right. I think that that's just awful. And I hope that is.
And less mechanical components usually have a lower chance of failure rate.
Yeah.
So maybe that too, but I'm not into it. It's not for me. I hope they bring it out as an optional controller. Please, dear God, don't be the default controller for the next console or the console after that. If this patent.
Yeah. If it's a default thing, I think it's a terrible, I honestly think it would be dead in the water for everybody who doesn't just live on their phones all the goddamn time, which I know we are starting to age out of that demographic, unfortunately.
Have you ever tried doing the remote play gaming on your phone with the touchscreen controls? I have.
No.
It's terrible.
Sounds
it's
awful.
The word. They put like R2 on the top corners. It's just like, no.
Yeah, it's
you pair a DualSense with tactile buttons to your phone. But I might be pushing this, and I hope this is just another boomerang controller and it disappears.
Hey, I will defend the boomerang controller. I was excited about it because I had big hands and I was like, let's see what we got. Because I also thought
ergonomically, oh no.
But hear me out. You have to remember before the PS3 was out, here's the thing. Everybody was excited about the next Gran Turismo game. And I was like, they're just making a controller that's basically a steering wheel.
When you say everybody.
Well, a lot of PlayStation fans were excited about the next Gran Turismo game.
I wasn't.
So you weren't a PlayStation fan then. You were an Xbox 360 fan.
I'm a huge PlayStation fan. I am more into the arcade racers, not the sim racers.
But at the time, I'm saying in that era, you were more into 360, right?
Yeah.
The PS3 wasn't even out yet. The 360 beat him to the punch, and I mean, they released a pretty solid system. The 360 is one of the best. I was
primary 360. Yeah.
But I remember being bummed when the boomerang controller died, and then the DualShock 3 came out, and I was like, they made the right choice. For me, I was just like, I want to see what weirdness they release. And they didn't. So, like you said, maybe that's where this one will end up.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
So. We'll find out if it ever comes to. Filing a patent doesn't mean anything other than that.
Right.
True.
You spent some money on filing the patent.
Make it an option. Make it a dual touch. Here, dual sense, dual touch, whatever. I don't know.
You should work for the marketing team now because that sounds good.
I know.
You have to have this controller to play Mega Man Dual Override. It's the only controller that works with that game.
Do not do that to me, Ricky Bobby.
You'd fucking buy it. So would I, because we love Mega Man. So.
God. Well, speaking of PlayStation products, this is the other one. This one literally is for you, Matt. First one, I was just kind of messing with you a little bit. So this is coming through Push Square. Through Push Square, this was as noted by a individual Kepler 2 over at NeoGAF. Their rumor is the PlayStation Portal will be getting its OLED version later this year.
Oh shit!
That's what I've been waiting for, baby.
So
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this.
This is Matt has, as viewers or listeners may not know, Matt has been very adamant about the Portal being in OLED. I've been teasing him because I don't think it's coming until the next generation, but
that's okay.
Apparently, this may be coming with the OLED screen upgrade. So maybe fixing some battery life issues, potentially a couple other, minor hardware tweaks along the way.
Listen, I got a Portal. I got the 30th anniversary on launch. I tried it, and there were three things I didn't like about it. One, it's not OLED. It's mini LED. I have OLED TVs. I can't go back. I'm sorry. OLED has ruined me. All right. 2, you can't pair any Bluetooth headset with it. And my Bluetooth headphones, I have Beats Studios, like the latest and greatest. I did a corded connection, and there was a fucking delay. And I troubleshot a lot, and I want headphones on the Portal. 3, battery life is not good. It's not. And personally,
what is the battery life? What is just
like 2 or 3 hours?
No,
really.
Well, for what I was doing, that's what I experienced.
I can get closer between 4 and 6 for me.
The screen isn't my preferred screen, so I did probably bump the brightness up a little bit. So, and then I was using I don't know, Wi-Fi, which you have to, but I don't know. I was getting like 2 or 3 hours of battery life. The connectivity, the wireless, the way it worked, flawless, awesome. I just want an OLED, and I will probably get those one speakers that you can do wireless and have them on both of my bedside tables, and I'm going to be gaming in bed because instead of doom scrolling fucking Instagram, play a little bit of Dragon Quest 3, throw it over and go to sleep. And then have Dragon Quest.
Play a little Dragon Quest 3 and then smash it against the wall when you get mad at the next
yeah. But I had a Portal. I sold it MSRP. I didn't price gouge or anything to a friend. Shout out to Mason. He has his Portal now, but used to be my Portal. So yeah, I got.
You mean the guy who spent $21 on Reanimal?
Yes.
Are you talking about that?
Yes. Yes.
Just friendly
Sold
reminder for everybody.
Sold it to him exactly what I bought it for, just like I did those other three PS5s, extra PS5s
No, that was
I got on
actually
launch.
really, really cool of you because
Yes.
as people know, that was limited. I mean, they only did,
Yes.
I don't know how many, but very
Right.
limited. You could have made double what you paid for it on it,
Nah.
but it was cool that you
I'm not
gave
going
it
to be
to
a
a good
scalper.
home. No, but
Yeah.
you gave it to a good home. You know that
Exactly.
he loves it, and you know that he's going to use it, and he's a good friend of yours. So
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I refuse to be a scalper. I
I
won't do
applaud
it.
you for doing that because not a lot of people would have.
Yeah, money comes and goes, man. It's all fake. It's cool for experiences, though. But yes, the OLED portal, double the price. I don't care. I'm gonna get it. Now, use case for me is a little interesting because I have like 2 gaming setups. I used to have 3, so I was literally just playing the portal in front of my fucking OLED with another PS5 connected to it, and I was like, I don't know if this use case is for me. So, but in bed, I typically don't have a TV in bed. I don't like a lot of technology where I sleep. Just a me thing, magnetic waves and stuff like that. But I might do the portal because I don't even play my Switch in bed. So I don't know. I'd
Well,
rather.
I was going to ask. You have a Switch, and obviously the PlayStation has a different category of games, catalog of games. Excuse me.
But it's not OLED.
But because you don't have a Switch, or because you have a Switch 2, is the reason you don't play it in bed because there's just nothing you want to play on it? Or is it because you're like, fuck it, I'm in bed, I'm going to sleep. If I want to play a game, I'm going to go to my TV. And I'm not calling you out. I'm legitimately asking you because for me, that's what I would do. I just go down.
There's really nothing I want to play on it. It's kind of a Metroid, Mario, Zelda box, and I played my Metroid. I'm waiting on Zelda. Donkey Kong does look cool, but I heard it does have minor frame rate issues. I'm so jaded with Nintendo and their frame rate issues because I played all of Scarlet and fucking Violet back to back, 60 hours of it, and then they came out with this patch on the Switch 2 that makes it run flawlessly and look way better at 60. I'm salty with Nintendo. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
that's fair.
Salty. I'm not gonna play their fucking games.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm not doing it right now, so you won't get any argument from me.
You don't even have a Switch 2. And I'm keeping my Switch 2 for Zelda. And if they go the like third entry into with the Tears and the like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, kind of the same game. They reused a lot of stuff. Tears was amazing. Really good.
Tears
Zelda
was very
game.
good. Tears was very, very good.
It just built upon what Breath already did, and you could just play Tears of the Kingdom. Like better dungeons, and I don't want to go on a rant with Nintendo. We can do that another podcast, but I just don't find myself playing the Switch in bed. I play my Switch OLED in bed sometimes, and I should play Final Fantasy VI, but we're not going to get into that.
Would you even say that, Albrook? I'll leave it at that. I won't pick on you about it.
What do you think, Caleb? Are you excited for the OLED portal?
Again, technologically, absolutely. I mean, that's a really good upgrade. I was a little bummed that PlayStation didn't start there, and I know there's a argument about like, well, we don't even know if it's going to be that successful. But my argument would be, if you don't know if it's going to be successful, why wouldn't you add things to make it more successful, increase your chances? Mm-hmm. And OLED is a thing that people like you would be more drawn to, as long as the price point
better battery life too,
and battery life increases. I feel like all of the positives are there, and there are very few negatives for an upgrade like that. So my argument would be, why didn't we start there? But that I argue like that all the time. And I can only judge what is there. So as a person who was not that interested in the portal because it doesn't have onboard storage, I can't just like save some PlayStation 1 classics. I would always have to stream them. And when it launched, I realized now, there's a very different, if you have the PlayStation, is it premium only that you need for the portal to do direct?
For the streaming direct from
cloud
Sony.
Streaming direct.
You need the premium.
Okay. Yeah. But that wasn't there at launch, right? I mean, that was like what, a couple months ago that they added that.
That was that was a couple months after that they started the beta for it, and then they officially released the firmware like 6 months later after that.
Yeah. So all of that being understood, my use case was a lot like Matt's, where I just thought, I mean, I have my house, I have my game room, I have
Mhm.
my options. If I wanted something portable, it would be my Switch or Switch 2 or even my Steam Deck. I do have a Steam Deck and now my iPad. Like I've got millions of options. Part of me is like, I have an iPad Pro. Why wouldn't I just fucking tap into my PS5 on my iPad Pro and hook up a DualSense? I realize it's not as convenient as just picking up a portal. Like I'm not going to argue against that. That the convenience there would be great. But again, for me, if I'm going to go to the trouble to play a game, I'm just going to go downstairs and play it like on my television.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. I don't have children, so I don't have to really
So do
share
I.
that many the game spaces or anything. And if the wife wants to come down and use the main TV, we're probably watching something together. Or you know what? She lives here too. She can fucking have the TV, and she's really, really cool about like, oh, you want to play a game? I'll just watch something upstairs. She doesn't care about the surround sound or any of the things that I do. I mean, she enjoys it when we use it together, but most of the time when she watches stuff on her own, it's like a Hallmark movie that she
Hmm.
just like has it on for noise. She doesn't really care that much about the content, just that there's something, and she might be reading, she might be cleaning, she might be doing her nails, whatever, again, most of the time she'll bake, and in the other room the TV will be on, so when she's baking she just has noise that's not necessarily on her phone
Mm,
radio. So I'm excited for the
cupcakes.
tech. I'm excited for this update. I really think it's going to be a solid piece of hardware. I still wish that there was a way that I could just load one or two things on it to not have to rely on the internet if I was
Maybe
on
they'll
a
do that.
plane. I mean, that I don't know why they wouldn't just go full bore. I think they're maybe
Mhm.
afraid after the Vita. Um, but that's why I think the Vita's biggest mistake was the fact that you couldn't do current PlayStation 4 games as well. And I realize that's
Right.
a big ask. I mean, some of them you could, like PlayStation All Stars was available on both things, I believe, right? Wasn't it on the Vita and on the PlayStation, or was that the
I
PSP? Whatever.
think
It
Mm.
was like
I think so.
they had multiple versions, and like Dragon's Crown, not a Sony first party thing, but you could play it on the PlayStation and you could play it on
Yes.
portable. Fantastic. If I could do that with the portal, oh, I would buy three of them. Like I would, because it'd be great to be able to take home and it's my parents' house and be able to take it on a plane and just be able to play stuff. But I also have my Switch too. I've got options. It's just like for me, I don't think this thing is for me. I want it to be for me, but I don't think it is for me, and I have to sort of step back. That being
Yeah.
said, when they announce it, if it's affordable and it's like, they have enough upgrades, I might be like, "Ooh, new shiny toy! I need that in my life." But we'll
I,
see.
Right. Right.
I'll tell you this much. I'd have to go looking for it, but there was the report that just ease your mind for when it does come. That the PlayStation Portal has something ridiculous, like an 8% attach rate on
Yeah.
PlayStation 5s right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
For an
I'm
accessory, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes. I'm
Very good.
happy it exists, and I am glad it's out there. The use case right now, for me, isn't there, but that's just me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an incredible little system. If you're not picky with your display, like I am, to a fault, honestly, it's great. Bob brings his over all the time, and it's awesome. Like
And it works
he
okay
was,
in your house, like even though
yeah,
he's far away from his PlayStation, like it
yeah,
works.
it's
Yeah,
flawless.
Yeah,
Like,
that's really cool. That's the
yeah,
best part.
yeah.
yeah.
We and you have access to your entire console because it's doing all the processing power. So we've
Mhm.
actually had that. I was afraid to see the battery life, but we have actually had it launch playing a game on my PlayStation from his house, and then we're able to stream through Twitch from the portal.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Just think of
really
it
is
like
like the
VNC.
technology is amazing. Just, I mean,
Yeah,
think about that. Take a step back and be like,
I know.
if you showed your 15-year-old self that, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, this is
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, kudos to them for that. Absolutely, without question. I'm
Yeah.
honestly, I'm a little surprised at how successful it has been, because when it was being talked about before it released, I was like, who is
I
this
think they
for?
I think they hit a good
Dads?
price point.
And dads are, I mean, not nothing against that, but it's like dads are busy being dads. If they're in the
Mhm.
bathroom pooping and playing on this thing, what are they going to get? Like 20 minutes? But clearly it has a good attach rate, and people do like it. It
Yeah.
has a decent use case, which is cool.
And
It's
that's
a very
awesome.
Yep, exactly. It's a very
I'm
niche
glad it's
case, but those times are there. It's huge. In fact, I'm taking it when I go on my trip here.
Yeah. I'm
Well, I
glad
was
it's
going to ask
successful. And yeah.
if you were going to take it with you. I didn't know about like hotel Wi-Fi and stuff, but clearly, if it worked at Matt's, you have a chance of it working in your hotel.
Or
So
on the
that's
plane.
awesome.
Planes have Wi-Fi now too.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see, and I'll report back on that.
Please do.
Yeah.
But yeah, OLED. Hopefully it comes back because I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
So the other two things that I got, one is a PSA and one is an update from last week. So a PSA for the crowd out there. Unfortunately, by the time you hear this, your opportunity to get the January PlayStation monthly games will have passed. But as of tomorrow, February 3rd, when we're from the day after we're recording here, the PlayStation Plus monthly games will be available. So you can add them to your library. You don't have to download them, but once they're in your library, as long as you keep an active subscription, you'll have access to them. This month we have the licensed boxing game Undisputed, Subnautica Below Zero, Ultros, Behind the Minds of Hotline Miami, and Ace Combat 7, which was pointed out to me is an interesting pick because Sony said they were no longer going to be supporting PlayStation 4 games in this cycle, and Ace Combat 7 is a PS4 game.
Yeah,
Does it
that
have a
surprised
PS5
me.
version though?
I don't believe so.
Probably.
Yeah, I didn't think it had one, but maybe it does. I don't know.
As far as I know, it's PS4 only. So just a little interesting. Yeah, go. You can go look at that. I am interested in Ultros, but it's a matter of when I can get to it. Would you be picking any of these up or playing any of them anytime soon, Caleb?
Ultros, same thing. I know that Matt played it when it came out. He really liked it. And I remember seeing the trailer for it. And I believe it came out in February. It was February.
Something like
2
that.
years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
It honestly, it may have been another one of those when I was just so inundated with my aunt's stuff that I was like, I want to play this. And when the fuck am I going to do that? Because also that would be prime tax season when you're dealing with a deceased person and ending their estate. Like February to April was just well, let's be honest, the previous July to the following April was nuts. So I know that I missed it, even though it was on my radar back when it came out. But Matt played it. He really, really liked it, enjoyed it, stood behind it. So I'm interested. Same like you, Bob, though. It's just when I'm going to be playing Dragon Quest. I'm going to be playing. I've still got my backlog games that I do want to get through. I'm going to try to get through 3 of them this year. We'll see how that works out with the big releases. But that, and then right after Dragon Quest, Resident Evil. Right after that is replaced. Right after that, I mean, it just goes on and on and on, all the way till June that we know of. It's going to go beyond that, but the solid dates are now to June, and it's like, when the fuck? But Ace Combat 7, I already played. It was fantastic. Played at a friend's house a lot.
It is on PS5.
So there's a PS5 version. Oh my
There
god!
is.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at that too, and what's funny, because these PlayStation games, they only include the base model. So then, hey, you come get the DLC.
Yeah, right.
But the Ultimate Edition, which is the $100 bundle, is actually on sale, 80% off. So you could pick up everything for $20 right now.
Oh, that's not bad. And Ace Combat 7 is pretty good. Like that would be worth it for people that are interested.
Ultros is great. It's not your first Metroidvania. Don't go in it if you haven't played any Metroidvanias. Both of you have. You'd love it. But for our listeners, it's not going to be great if it's your first Metroidvania. It's a little tougher. It's a way more complicated game, way more complicated Metroidvania. And I won't say why, but it has some very unique play mechanics. Let's just say that. Incredible art style, super fun combat, crazy trippy story.
If you could try to remember, I know it was a couple years ago.
Sure.
What would you say, like a 30-hour game? If you were just to ballpark it, how long do you think start to finish?
Well, platinum, 30-hour platinum.
Oh, that's even faster than I would have thought.
Yeah, you could probably beat it 15, 20. I'd have to check my playtime. Yeah.
I think that's a solid amount of time, especially for a quote-unquote more difficult Metroidvania. Like 15 hours is, you don't want it to overstay its welcome,
right.
and if it can be that difficult. So that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that.
Super fun, really great soundtrack, and just hey, if you have an OLED, it's fucking gorgeous because it does.
You sent me some pictures.
Yeah.
When you first got it, you sent me some pictures,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "Fuck, that looks really, really pretty."
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yes.
the
And I got the
animation is
physical
fantastic.
version. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. The other two games, I mean, whatever. I don't give a shit about them. Good for people who want to play, but I don't
Yeah.
care. So,
Yeah, if you're interested in them, go get them. They'll be available starting February 3rd. And last, I have an update from a news item last week. So you haven't heard about this yet, Caleb.
Okay.
But recently, Blooper Team website kind of showed up with a countdown timer, and it's
I heard
indicating
about the countdown timer. Yeah.
yeah, it ends on the 14th or 15th of February, somewhere in there. I'd have to go look again. And people immediately speculated that it was a remake for Rule of Rose, the PlayStation 2 cult classic. And this has been reported through a couple of places. I got it through Video Gamer, and then I went and checked to make sure. But the CEO for Blooper Team, and I apologize if I butcher his name, Piotr Bambino, was on LinkedIn and saw the announcement and replied to it and said, "Nice guess, but no, it definitely doesn't refer to any remake." So now the guesses are back on the board, gentlemen.
So not Silent Hill 1. So this is a new original thing from Bloober. Fuck yeah.
That's what I'm guessing based on what he's inferring is it's got to be a new IP then.
Love it. Chronos was awesome. Give me more.
Do we know, like, is it confirmed that it's a game and not like an expansion?
That's a good question.
Good question.
Give me a Chronos expansion. Fuck yeah.
The only reason that I bring that up specifically, and I'm this is more of a movies timeline thing, but one of the two times that horror movies are the most popular, Halloween and Valentine's Day. People go to the movies to get scared, to be hugged by their spouse. You know what I mean? That's so I could see if Chronos was the original that came out, and what did it come out, like August or September-ish of last year?
Yeah.
But I could see maybe like an expansion or a DLC for Chronos. That would be cool if they did that. Again, I might be completely off base. Just thinking about it on a movie schedule with the timing, February 14th. I don't know that they would announce it and then release it day and date, but it would be super cool if they did. They started the marketing already, though. You know, if it was an expansion, if they were like, and it's available Friday, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
And I did double check. It will. The countdown timer expires on Valentine's Day.
Oh wow, something to look forward to Valentine's Day for sure.
Yeah. So just an update to there. So it looks like all the guesses are back on the board, and this was just I heard about this as we guys were recording, so or getting ready to record. So hot off the press, and hopefully we'll find out soon, or we'll know soon enough in 2 weeks. But yeah, that's all the news that we've got for this week. Looking forward to next week. And what do you say, you guys? We talk about what we're playing.
Sure.
Yes, definitely.
Why don't you kick it off, Matt?
Oh boy, really? Okay.
I guess. Want to? You don't want to?
No, I can. I'll go in order. This is kind of a downtime period for me. I just finished a big game and getting ready for Dragon Quest VII. That's pretty much the game I'm putting everything down for and playing day one. But the big game I recently finished, I just was kind of cleaning up some backlog. Shinobi. Already talked about Shinobi. Didn't platinum it. Not going to do it. I know you haven't even platinumed it, Caleb. So when I saw you hadn't platinumed it, I was like, I'm not going to fucking do it.
The only thing I have left is I don't like speed runs. And it's not even a speed run. I got the speed run trophy. I didn't even know there was one. I beat the game and I happened to beat it under 10 hours or whatever the first time.
Jesus Christ.
Again, not a humble brag. I just did. And I was like, oh, look at that. But you have to do arcade mode and get an S ranking on every stage.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it doesn't sound fun right now. Like, it just doesn't for me. Streets of Rage 4, I went back and platinumed years later when they released the DLC, just because I had spent so much time with Streets of Rage 4 that I was like, I need a break. I feel like, because Shinobi's going to have DLC, they already announced the Sega, I think a Golden Axe. I'm pretty sure Golden Axe something. And I'm like, fuck yeah, give me that. So I feel like maybe, but I really wasn't that interested. I loved the game, I did, but I was like, that's a big ass, guys. I don't want to do a no hit run while racing everywhere. Like, that's not fun for me.
No.
in that style. So
I looked at some of the trophies and I was like, yeah, that's not going to be fun. So loved the game. Incredible game.
really good though,
Had a
right?
blast with it. Yeah, it's so good. So fucking good. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined comes out in like a week or two. Now it comes out in like 4 days when we're recording this, and it will be out by the time this episode releases. So when you're listening to this, I'll be playing Dragon Quest VII. But I was like, okay, what can I play that I don't really want to get involved in? Okay, well, let's go clean up some platinums. Let's go clean up some trophies that I put down and I didn't 100% and I wanted to get back to. Well, Sword of the Sea was one of those. So, yes, Sword of the
really
Sea.
excited to get to that myself. I'm glad that you got the 100% and everything. That's great.
Sword of the Sea you can beat in an evening, 3 or 4 hours. Super short game. The platinum took about 20 hours. And
oh wow, really? That much longer? That's surprising.
Well, yeah, I had to do an extra run because I fucked up one. So we're not gonna. I did the same thing on Solar Ash. I messed up. It's whatever. Incredible game. Just Giant Squid. Shout out to that developer. Amazing.
Well,
You do have to.
on that news, didn't he just win a Grammy?
Yeah,
For Sword of the Sea.
Did,
yeah, that's a news.
Austin Wintory did win a Grammy for that soundtrack. So, and I was looking for something just chill, a palate cleanser, if you will, between games. So yeah, dude, shout out to Sword of the Sea. It's probably my second favorite Giant Squid game. First favorite is something you're going to be talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I loved it. Think, Tony Hawk meets Journey, basically. And you're on a sword.
Awesome.
Ironically, my snowboard has a sword on it. So I literally have a sword board, and it was around the time I was playing Sword of the Sea, and like I'm kind of just like doing Sword of the Sea when I'm snowboarding. But yeah, it was fun. I cleaned that up, platinumed it. You have to do a speed run, and you do have to no hit the last boss, which when you get the patterns down, wasn't hard at all. This platinum's super easy cleanup. One that wasn't easy, though, and another one I decided to go back to and clean up because they announced new DLC and the new game plus, The Last Faith. This is a pixel art Soulsborne Metroidvania. Think Castlevania meets Bloodborne. That's just the perfect way to put it. I had played the entire game, took about 30 hours to finish. And
the first time through. The first time through took about 30 hours? Okay.
Yeah. I think that the platinum after cleanup was about 40. I don't know. I'll have to check. Like an extra 10 hours. But they added New Game Plus. So the trophy I missed one fucking spell from a guy that isn't there at the end. Let's just say that. An NPC where you have to go and you have to get a couple spells from him. And I don't look at trophies before, and I guess I missed this missable, and I was like, well, fuck, I can't get it. So in order to do it, I had to start over the game completely losing everything. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. So they announced New Game Plus, and then I was like, oh, can I get this trophy now? New Game Plus? Yes, I could.
So they carry over. The New Game Plus does carry.
Yes, all of the spells carry over. I had to just gather this one spell. And actually 3 I didn't even know about, so that was fun. But all your stats carry over. You could just build on what you've done, kind of like a Souls like New Game Plus.
Sure.
So I did that, and man, I gotta say, just an incredible Metroidvania. I mean, if you're itching for some Castlevania, this is the game for you. And yeah, it's so Bloodborne. Like some of the like little tunes that it has entering a specific area, it's just like that's straight from fucking Bloodborne. Like it sounds from Bloodborne. And yeah, the death animations of the enemies, it's all very Castlevania, very Bloodborne inspired. So highly recommend The Last Faith. It's very hard. And New Game Plus was a little easier because I was so powered up. But man, I had a blast with this game. So highly recommended.
That's
and then
cool. When I saw the trailer for The Last Faith years ago, I remember it evoked a little bit weirdly of like a Van Helsing as well. Maybe that's not true at all, but that's kind of the feeling I got from the art style. I never did play it. Again, came out at a time where I was like, I can't play anything right now. But I've always wanted to dive in. It's good to know that they added a new game plus and DLC.
Yes.
So you can really
added
have
new
fun
game
with it.
plus and a lot of quality of life stuff too. So it's completely free. The DLC is completely free. So shout out to the developer, which escapes my mind at this point. It comes up every time. I'll look it up, or one of you can look it up while I'm talking about this. The Last Faith, incredible game. I was inspired to go back to a game partially because Bob came over and played it for a little bit, but he was playing a little game and streaming, which he's going to talk all about, Hades. And he came over and I was like, why don't you just come over, we'll chill, grab some fucking snacks, have a hangout session, and you can play your last run on Hades, and I'll show you what I used and show you my stats. And I kind of dove into that. And then he did it, and then he passed the controller over to me, and I'm like, oh fuck. All right, I'm gonna edge on Hades. Oh man, the whole time I was fucking playing, I was like, give me Hades 2. I don't want to play it on the Switch 2. I'm not gonna do that. Just give it to me on the PlayStation.
Was it like riding a horse or riding a bike? Like, did you fall right back in? Or
I cleared the fucking game, beat the last boss, my first run, and I was like, yeah. Bob is gonna talk all about it, but we have different play styles, and he'll talk about it. Yeah. So just a fucking shout out to Supergiant, man. It's my favorite. Supergiant is an incredible developer, incredible indie developer. Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, and most recently Hades. And
Hades.
Most recently Hades 2. So couldn't be more excited for Hades 2. Played that, and Bob will dig into that because he's got some news to share. Other than that, just fired up some quick demos. I played new Dragon Quest VII demo again on PlayStation. It's a long ass demo.
Did you play the whole demo? Okay.
No,
did you play the whole thing on the Switch too?
No, I didn't finish that either. Almost, but yeah, runs completely different and way better on the PlayStation. I'm impressed at how well it runs on the Switch too, but it runs better and looks better on PlayStation 5. It's the
quick update to your The Last Faith was developed by Kumi Souls Games.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Or I think it's Kumi based on the English spelling. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah. A small indie pixel art game, Metroidvania. So yeah, shout out to them. So yeah, Dragon Quest VII, I just keep playing the demo, just going in, like one of the little codes. I'm like, come on, give me the game. Give me the game.
Right. Couple days, man. It's a couple days.
Yes. And then I decided to just pick up one more demo, and Bob's going to be talking about this too. I played Nioh 3. Incredible game. Loved it. I have to choose, unfortunately, because I know these two games, they're coming out one day apart, one today and one tomorrow, if you're listening to this. So I played Nioh 3, the demo. I played a good chunk of it, like 5 hours. I heard it's like a 15-hour fucking demo. Crazy.
Jesus.
I really struggled on that first boss, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta choose. They're both going to be probably 80 to 100 plus hour games. I played Nioh 2, Platinum. I know how long it's going to be. Played Dragon Quest. I know how long Dragon Quest is going to be. And I have to finish a game before Resident Evil 9, which is going to be at the end of the month. And I usually get about 20, 25 hours a week in gaming. And so it's either I got to pick one game for this week or this month.
Well, so you usually do, like, sometimes you'll do a multiplayer game and a single player game simultaneously. Like
that's not the problem. The control scheme is not the problem. It's the time. It's just the time. So
I'm just saying, because we don't know how long Dragon Quest VII is now, especially since they have truncated it. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be short. It's still going to be a Dragon Quest game. It's not going to be like 10 hours or anything.
Yeah.
But you could have one of those, because the good news about Resident Evil Requiem is it's also not an RPG. Right. You could have Dragon Quest be I'm by myself and I just want to play something that doesn't anger me or scare me or whatever. Not that would really bother me, but just because if you really like Nioh 3 that much, I mean, you did play 2, you platinum 2, you liked it enough. It could be fun to play with other people. It will be fun to play with other people. But yeah, if you do have to choose, that's a tough choice to make.
It is.
Those are both big boys.
Yeah. It's good points though. Maybe I'll just choose in 4 days. I don't know. Or today, if you listen to this, I have chosen. and you can see what I'm playing in Discord or my PSN.
Right.
So, yeah, it's incredible demo. Really tough. It's hard. I'm just. It's a hard game, and I don't know what I'm in the mood. I know what I'm in the mood for, and I don't know if I'm in the mood to do a frustrating game like a Soulsborne. I just got off the Last Faith, and I gotta take my Soulsborns and Souls likes in strides. You
got to recalibrate and just get that.
Exactly.
Get that.
And I really am looking for a cozy game. And I heard Dragon Quest VII from the reviews. It's easier, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
I just want to dive into that story and dive into those characters and just play a nice, cozy turn-based RPG. So I really do think it's going to be Dragon Quest VII, but we'll see. So, yeah. I'm probably playing Dragon Quest VII right now as you listen to this episode. Let's be honest.
He says that. Let's see if I can convince him.
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. So
no, I get it, man.
It is enticing to play with other people and have that camaraderie, right? Right when the game releases, I did it with Monster Hunter. I know it's great. And if you're not there in the beginning, I don't expect you guys to play it again when I decide to play it. Not gonna do that. Too much to play. So I know this is my window, and I'll decide. I'll decide today if you're listening to this. So
easy enough.
Yeah.
What about you, Caleb?
Okay, mine are pretty easy to go through and just sort of quote unquote knock them out. Much like Matt, where I was trying not to get bogged down with a really long game. Not that I don't enjoy them all the time, but between schedules and I'm a big tennis fan. I've been watching the Australian Open, which just the men's final championship match was yesterday, from when we recorded this, and that takes a lot of time. And the Australian Open is like 3:30 in the morning is when some of the matches are going on for us over here. I was not getting up at 3:30 in the morning. Not anymore. I used to when I was in high school and college. I would stay up and just watch them in real time because I loved them so much. But I was like, man, I'm old now. I'm going to try to get up and not see any spoilers and watch the recap. They would usually do an encore of the matches like first thing in the morning. So that's what I was doing. But because of that, some of the matches would start at like 9 or 10 our time, and then the next match would be 3:30 in the morning. So I would be doing that in the evenings instead of playing my games for the last couple of weeks. So I needed to do some shorter things before Dragon Quest VII, and before the Olympics, because Lisa and I are big Olympics fans too. Winter Olympics are starting, so it's like great, but it's also a bummer. So it's like I want to play Dragon Quest, but we're going to be watching, slaloming. I don't actually know the schedule yet because it hasn't started, but we're going to be doing that. So I finally did Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D back to back. I said I wasn't going to do them back to back, and I fucking did them back to back because I'm a sadist. The first one, way easier than I remembered up until a point. And then at a point I was like, oh, they've changed this. And I don't think it's considered a huge spoiler, but in the original, I think all the battles, I'm pretty sure all of them in the original were 1-on-1 because you're just a party of one in the original game. Well, the second half of this game, they said, fuck that. And you're playing 1 versus 4 or 5. And some of those enemies get 2 or 3 turn attacks. And it's like, you get unlucky crits against you. And you're just like, shit, that. So that was a little bit annoying in the second half of the game, but powered through. It was fine. Didn't take me that long for Dragon Quest 1's platinum. Dragon Quest 2, however, oh my God, I was hit in the face. Like they just square took their dicks and slapped me in the face about half. It was another one. It was about halfway through the game. I found it super easy at first. And then about halfway through the game, I won't say anything because they redid a lot. Like 2 is almost a full on remake. They added I don't want to say a new ending, but like an epilogue that is kind of a new ending that ties it to the rest of the Dragon Quest universe, which was very cool, very welcome. But about halfway through the game, I was going to a certain, you have to make a choice, like where you go. And I started to go where I remembered, because I only ever played about, I don't know, half to 2/3 of the original Dragon Quest II. I never actually finished the original Dragon Quest II. So I was like, I'm going the route that I remember up to this point in the game, and then I just died. Like, it wasn't even a question. The battle started, they were just like, bah, and I died. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong place. So I went somewhere else. Same thing happened. I went somewhere. It just, everywhere I went were my choices, and I was like, everything is killing me. I don't know what to do. Like, I felt like, oh, and then I remembered they're very grindy. I wonder if they kept the grind. And sure enough, they did keep the grind. You have to grind in that game up to a point. However, it's still not going to save you. There's still some bullshit that happens no matter how much you grind. You can be level 60 and it'll, level 40 area mobs will just be like, I hate you. You're dead. Unlucky crit. And that did get a little, I'm not going to say rage inducing, but I'd be sitting on my couch and I'd be like, well, fuck this. Just like, I don't want to do this today. But I did. I got through it. I got my platinum. I was I love what they did. But just fair warning for you guys out there, Dragon Quest 2 is hard. Like, it's hard. What's up, Matt? You have something to say?
I have two questions.
Yeah.
One, how long did it take you to beat both of them?
To beat or to platinum?
Platinum.
Okay, so Dragon Quest 1, the platinum didn't take that much longer than the game itself. Because I don't think there was nothing missable in the first game. I mean, I just went through
that's cool.
Remembered. And then when I was done, not done, I mean, I had beaten it before, so it was like, I don't think it's cheating. I know this is the final boss. So I looked up, like, will there be a save? If I save it, can I like do this again? Can I go back and explore the world?
Mm-hmm.
And it said yes, but it turned out I was missing like 2 things. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go get them and then I'll beat the game and it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So that one, I don't think that was more than like 15 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Maybe 17 to 18 hours. I'm guessing, though.
You don't usually hear that with Dragon Quest games.
No, one is really not that long of a game.
Okay.
Especially if you know what you're doing, and I didn't know what I was doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you could probably increase that by about 10 to 15 hours, because sometimes they'll tell you to go somewhere, and you'll be like, I don't fucking remember where that is. Like, I have no idea where. I mean, you'll know where King is, but you'd be like, I don't know where Galen Holm is. Where the fuck is Galen? And you'll be running around trying to find it. But Zoom is your friend. The warping is your friend in that game. Zoom to all the places you've been, which is great. But one thing that I didn't realize when I started it was that the games are not separate lists. 1 and 2 is considered one game. So, that was a big reason. And I know, like, usually that wouldn't bother me because they are separate games. But when I had that list, I was like, I have enough time to do 2. Do I want to do
everything's
1 and 2
making
and then
sense?
7? And so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do that. I can't really go off of the timer in the on the cross media bar, on the PlayStation dashboard.
Oh yeah, it rounds up.
Yeah, it's well, weirdly, it seems like it's fewer hours than I actually spent in the game. Like, I think it said I did 28 hours for the whole thing, and I'm like, there's no way I beat Dragon Quest 2 in 13 hours. That's just ridiculous. My save file for Dragon Quest 2 is probably closer to between 25 and 30.
Gotcha.
I would guess.
You would say both of them is like 30, 35. People that haven't played it, 40, maybe.
People who haven't played it, especially 2, 70. Like, I mean, it's so fucking hard. And if I didn't have the knowledge that I did for the first 2/3 of the game, I could see, because they also changed some shit where I was like, I don't remember this. Oh, that's because it didn't exist. Like, this is like interjected here for story beats, and then I would go to the next areas. But yeah, I would say that you could spend a lot of time in Dragon Quest 2 if you don't know where you're going. So yeah, for me, it's a little weighted on the low end. I would probably say I spent around between 30 and 40 easy.
Okay.
But my time on the dashboard said like 22, and I'm like, that's not possible. Like, it's just not possible. Both of my save files add up to more than 22 hours. So I don't know where they're getting that number, but whatever.
Gotcha. Was the app running when you checked on your last session? Because you have to quit the app and then scroll over to the next app and then go back. And then it shows.
No, I'm actually talking about is a new thing that showed up in the
the welcome screen.
Yeah, like it'll say, like,
see your sessions too, which is cool.
Yes, which is cool, but it also drives me nuts because if I quit out of a game to go have dinner and then go back, I'm like, why does this count as another session? Like, I mean, I realize it is, but that's just me being weird. Like Neva, I did it in one session. Neva, whatever. That's the next game I'll be talking
It's
about.
Neva.
But
They
yeah,
say in the game.
just like one session, and I was surprised that I was able to do it in one session because I did not realize it was as short as it was, but it was a great little
Gotcha.
game. But anyway, the wrap up for the Dragon Quest, I decided to do both, and I was really pushing to get it done early enough to play one palate cleanser in between those two and 7 Reimagined. That was, I thought about the Nioh 3 demo, but I was like, Dragon Quest 2 was hard as fuck. I don't think I have my rage meter low enough to get on Nioh 3.
Right.
You know, I know exactly what you're talking about. So I decided
to have difficulties. And what difficulty did you play on
Dragon Quest?
Yeah, do they have difficulties?
It's the same as the Dragon Quest 3, where there's Draki mode. I don't remember what 2 and 3 are called, but it's like the easy, medium, and hard. The easy mode is you can't die, I think. Well, I don't know if you can't die. I know that your HP doesn't drop below 1, but I'm not sure about the instant kill moves. The thwack.
Does it disable trophies?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't.
Just wonder.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Probably not, honestly, because I think they just want people to play it. But the same goes for Dragon Quest 3. Like that difficulty exists on there. So
I know.
Yeah,
I just couldn't bring myself to play something called Draki Quest.
Why not?
I don't know. I need to. I think I am going to go back and start it on that, just because I couldn't even. I had trouble on the first boss, but I might just suck. I don't know.
Well, why don't you do a middle ground? To start, maybe use it for grinding. Just like all it does is save you time. You know, if you ended up grinding without it on and you lost a party member or two, you're just going to go back to the fucking priest and you're going to resurrect him and you're going to come back and continue.
You can change it on the fly.
Yeah, you can change it on. Well, you could for 3 because I tested it on 3. I don't know about 1 or 2. I'm assuming it's the same because they're newer.
Gotcha.
But, with 3, I was like, I just want to know how this works. Oh, okay, sure. And then I put it right back on the normal difficulty for 3.
Sure.
But I mean, do you want to watch me play the whole fucking series? No. But I would say maybe for grinding you could use it because it'll just stop you from dying, and it really is just a time saver.
Gotcha. Okay.
Other than the maybe instant kill moves, I don't know. That's a good question, but I'm not sure. But for 1 and 2, I wouldn't turn it off if you're like, maybe try it, see how far you can get. Then you can just go, fuck this. Because like it got hard. It really did. On 1, I made the mistake of playing it on the hardest difficulty. And in the beginning, the first like 5 or 7 hours, I was just murdering everything. And I was like, this is easier than I remember it being not a cakewalk, but I don't remember it being like super fucking hard either. So I was just a little surprised until I hit that wall in the first game. And I was like, oh shit, playing it on the hardest difficulty was hard. It was fucking hard. I'll be honest. Because of that, I did not play 2 on the hardest difficulty. I was like, no. So even on normal difficulty, when I hit that wall, I was like, God damn it, you know. And the enemies seem to get all those lucky crits, and you seem to miss a lot. And that's just kind of a bummer because it's, you know, they're doing the old D&D roll behind the scenes rules, and you miss more in that game than you used to if you play modern day RPGs. They've sort of seemed to fix that. Whether it's a balance thing or not, I personally think it's a balance thing, because if you have a person who's got a sword and they're right up next to you, and like, how do you miss unless they have really high evasion and they're a thief and they're using a skill? If you're just a fat blob that casts spells, you shouldn't be able to evade 3 of my 4 attacks. That's fucking garbage. So that's just a personal thing for me. But anyway, yeah. So normal on Dragon Quest 2, hardest on Dragon Quest 1. Don't do that. don't do that. And then it was normal on Dragon Quest 3 back last year when it came out. Or like whenever the fuck came out. So then I played Neva, which I think start to finish to beat the game, I think it was like 3 hours. And then the platinum, I realized I missed like 2 things. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I can just go back and like, I mean, I don't consider it a spoiler. I found the right tree. I'm going to just say I found a tree that I needed to find.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah. Didn't find it the first time. But that was a nice little artistic game that made me feel for a couple hours. I was just like, it was cool. I'm torn. I think I liked Greece better, the one that was before Neva, but it's not to say Neva was bad. I feel like they're both just really solid games. And I'm pretty sure that was an Annapurna game. No. I'm sorry. That was Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital, and it was Nevada Studios or Nevada
Yes.
Studios. And then the one that you've been waiting for me to get to, and I was telling you these in order. After talking to you guys and getting a poll, because I had enough time before Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, not realizing Nioh was as short as it was, I had enough time for one more smaller game, more cozy game, and the choice that the votes went to the Pathless. And the Pathless, that is an Annapurna Interactive, but that was developed by Giant Squid. That was the one you're alluding to earlier in the episode. Pathless, fantastic game. I think start to platinum was probably like 12 to 13 hours, something
Sounds
like that. Right.
I told you it'd take you like 15 and then -5 because of your gaming skill.
Which, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It was hilarious. I got finished with the game. It turns out that because I wasn't sure, and I don't want to say too much, but once you beat a zone, you can move on, or you can like complete the zone. You can 100% the zone. I'm just a completionist by nature. So I would beat a zone, and then I would be like, oh, there's like more to do here. Let me just clean this up. So when I finished the game, I didn't realize there was like a secret ending for 100%ing the zones. I don't think that's a spoiler. That's just a game mechanic thing, right?
Yeah.
So I got that ending, and I was like, oh shit, or that epilogue, whatever. So when I went to my trophy list to see what I needed, it was fucking stupid. I was like, how did I miss these like 2 things? That's weird. Or 3 things maybe. And then it turns out one of the things was quite literally like the last area I went to, I didn't run back far enough to read a tablet or whatever, it was a lore thing. And I just happened to find it again when I beat the game. I was like, oh, well, now I only have to like fly or whatever, jump really high or whatever. I was like, okay, sure. But it was a really, really solid game. I mean, Giant Squid makes awesome things. That is your favorite Giant Squid game, Matt?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it should be. I really do. I think the Pathless had everything a game needs and not too much bloat. I did have one problem with it, one major problem. And I think it was done by design, but you know how you can do the skill shots versus the regular shots? The skill shots are like the half pull and the timing. That gives you a bigger speed burst. And sorry, Bob, very minor spoilers. You find that out like right away. Some of the chase sequences were too long. Where I was like, I get it. Like, I'm doing this. I've got a skill shot.
Yeah.
Why do I have to run halfway across the fucking planet? Like that was just a me thing where I was like, really? But beyond that, the game is excellent. It was excellent. Music was great. The art style was great. The tone, the ambience that they set was great. They didn't throw too much at you, and it wasn't too bare bones. It was just perfect cost, perfect time investment. I got what I needed. The lore was cool. It built a nice little world. So props to Giant Squid on that one. I'm really glad that you guys voted for that one. I'm going to play the other ones that got some other votes.
But
not now. Dragon Quest. I mean, those are the games that I keep between the big boys.
Well, I mean, you could knock out Solar Ash or Sword of the Sea before Dragon Quest. Depends on how much of a break you want to take. But I mean, think
that's part of it too. I don't. I mean, knocking it out. I know what you mean. I don't want to look at it like that, but I know what you mean.
Right.
After I finished the Pathless, I got my platinum earlier today. I was like, might as well just
Congratulations.
go. And I logged in and found the thing in like 10 minutes. Thank you. But I decided this week I wanted to try to do it more adult things. Talked about that basement wall.
There you go.
About that shit. So I'm going to be an adult again for a couple days. And maybe if I have an hour free, I might play the Claire Obscure DLC, or I might just like watch a show. I'm also gearing up for the Oscar push. I've only seen a few of the Oscar movies. I'm going to try to see the other 8. I'm way behind for myself this year. So I'm going to try to find a few, maybe buy them, watch them, at the night, like tomorrow night or Wednesday night, if I have time, and then dive into Dragon Quest next. That's my next one. I want that to be my next game. So
heck yeah.
I'm going to wait. But yeah, looking forward to Solar Ash, looking forward to Skate, what the fuck was it called?
Sword of the Sea?
No, the one you were playing here, the where you're a demon, the glass, and you're going to the moon.
Oh yeah, Skate Story.
Skate Story, yeah. Gonna play that. Gonna play Sword of the Sea.
Yeah.
Got a little of those littler guys sort of queued up between the big boys. if I finish Dragon Quest VII with enough time between that and Resident Evil, I'll probably do Sword of the Sea or something. But yeah, so thanks again for that, and loved all the games that I just played. They're fantastic. All right, Bob, you're up. You want to talk in great length about your Nioh 3 demo and your Hades that Matt talked about earlier. Lay it on us, buddy. What do you got? Close the show with these big bad boys.
Yeah, you guys were on a hot streak there. Me, not so much. Mostly a couple of things going on in life that prevented me from really diving too deep in. And of course, like I said, I'm continuing to just put little chip damage into Octopath Zero.
Yeah.
So that's just going to be as I get to it. And then, like I said, I was done with League, and then they released their rotational game mode. That's the only thing that I would ever come back for. And I'm like, fuck. So you're messing around with that. But Hades kind of got me in the start because Matt said, "Oh, I'm going to do another platinum for this month, for January." And I looked at my trophy list, and we had talked about it before, and I realized I was only missing 5, technically 4, because the last one pops the platinum of 4 trophies for the original Hades. And I don't know why I stopped. I have no clue. All I was missing were the 2, minor spoilers, but the 2 Skelly bonuses, and I also had to purge a legendary boon. Yeah. So I was like, I'm looking at this, like, why did I stop? So I said, you know what? I'm going to sit down and do this. Definitely grinded out a little bit more than I wanted to get the platinum, but I enjoyed even just playing the damn game.
The game's so good, right? It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. Matt was right. Me and him have 2 completely different play styles. I guess you could call these spoilers, but it's all mechanical, so I really wouldn't consider it. Matt plays with the gauntlets and does a lot of dashing, and will use blade dashing, and that's how he plays the game.
I'm a dasher too. I get it.
Yeah. I'll propose it this way. I got a question for you, Caleb. Based on who I played in Absalom, which weapon or how do you think I played Hades?
Yeah, I figured actually I was just like either the bow and arrow, like something ranged, but I don't, or bombs maybe. I don't remember exactly what the. It's not a weapon, but there's a thing that you can like chuck. I don't remember what the fuck it is.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The Dionysus thing. I think.
Yes. Yeah, that. I wasn't sure if that was your play style.
That's a boon. Yeah,
that's a boon. No, I used the railgun.
Okay,
because I would I'd get the infinite ammo upgrade where I wouldn't have to reload, and I would just dash, keep shooting. I
witnessed this. It was crazy. Yeah.
Play Ares boon. So you hit the doom. Effect, but then you stack it so that way when you trigger the boon. So every time proc you with a hit, it then multiplies it, and then you do the one that delays until it stacks, and then you stack with crits. So then you would just sit there and run around, and it'll be like, "Oh look, Doom hit. That's 850 damage."
Yeah, that's a sandbox that I can get behind. I mean, what a well-crafted experience that you can play however you want, and it's still solid and fun and just unique and Hades is my absolute favorite of Supergiant games. I mean, special. They're all really, really good. They all give me joy. But Hades, and this is not having played Hades 2 yet, so take that. But boy, I could go back to Hades over and over. That game is it's amazing.
You should go back and get a screenshot of your stats, like what you use, because you can go into the administrative office and look at the files, and it'll give you detailed stats on every single one of your runs. What boon did you use for the dash mainly? What dash did you use?
I'm pretty sure I probably favored Poseidon's. I want to say I favored Poseidon's, but
mine was Ares, the blades. And then there's an upgrade to expand the blade size, and Bob saw it. Like and then you can do, I don't know, spoil it. Another god that gives you an extra dash.
Yeah, no, that was like absolutely. I need the extra dash multiple times. But I mean, I've done the Ares build before because when we've played roguelikes, it just kind of depends on the options you're given, and you come up with the builds that work in the moment.
Yep.
And I played the absolute shit out of that game. I mean, I really did.
I'd be curious to see how many runs it took you for the platinum.
Well, how would you know? Because I played it after I platinumed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's a good point. We'd have to look into that. I can tell you this much. I still love the game and would still play it. My dashboard says I have like 98 hours on that game.
Yeah, we did. After you platinumed, you handed me the controller and you're like, want to do a run? I'm like, fucking yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So,
and I did it
like,
on your game. It wasn't even on mine.
Yeah, and in a sense to try to get other people that would be at my house to be like, you have to play this game. Let me show you. Whereas I might not do the whole run while they're there because I don't want to spoil anything for them.
Sure.
But I have a problem where I would start something and be like, well, I gotta finish. Well, I mean, I did that with Absalom when you guys were here, and I was like, all right, I'll just give you a taste. So then I got like a third of the way through, and I saved it and quit so that you didn't see anymore. As soon as you guys left, I came downstairs and I was like, well, I gotta finish this run, and I did, and I was glad. I got all the way through it. It took me another half hour or so.
Yeah.
So
Bob and I did the same. After we platinumed, I was like, you want to do another Absalom run?
Right?
Like, yeah, let's do it. Let's see how we can break it. But yeah, dude, Hades is my favorite roguelike of all time.
Yeah, mine too. It's just too good. I didn't mean to completely take it away from you there, Bob, because Hades is so good, and I love hearing about it again, even all these years later. I'm so glad that you got your plat.
And I will tell you, it makes me look forward to Hades 2 because the game changer in this, and Matt knows, is that edge controller.
Oh, really?
Being able to dash with those paddles.
Oh, fuck. Dude, I didn't think about that. That's
edging with Thanatos. I mean, Hades is so fun.
You want to talk about it, Matt? You might have to explore some things about yourself.
Hey, man, you can romance them, so whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to romance death.
In Greek mythology,
Matt Stenson, 2026, folks.
Yeah.
Also,
hey, man, Death and I are good friends. We have an accord.
It's not MCU spoilers, but it is Marvel comic book spoilers.
Yeah, Thanos
wants to romance Death. That's the whole reason for his fucking Infinity bullshit, or most of the reason.
I mean, it's Deadpool. Anybody?
Yeah,
accurate Deadpool, not Marvel MCU.
Yeah.
Right. Does Death really have a gender? Could it?
In Marvel, Lady Death is.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, Thanatos is a male in Hades, and he can get it. So whatever.
I don't disagree with you.
that gong, the gong. Every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
But yeah, this definitely got me in the mood. Hades 2 will be I suspect, I'm hoping it's probably a year, but my gut and my heart tell me it's a 6-month time delay.
I hope.
And we see Hades 2 on the PlayStation 5 here in March. My hope of hopes, but I know that's probably not realistic, but a man can dream. But yeah.
Do you know when I'm going to get Hades 2?
You and me both, man. You know what else will be playing day one, Matt?
What?
Nioh.
Yeah,
it is 100%
Nioh 3?
confirmed. Yeah. 100% confirmed. It is pre-ordered and ready to pre-download onto my console.
Hell yeah.
I finished the demo for this game. It takes, so people say about 15 hours, and I'm not trying to be like a humble brag, but this probably took me about 10 to 12.
Nice.
Honestly.
You and Bo wreck it then.
And for those, let me settle for those that may not understand. Nioh 3 is kind of like in what I was alluding to earlier with Beast of Reincarnation. There is a lot going on in this third game. You can craft the hell out of it. It's action RPG with Souls-like elements and open world exploration now. So there is a lot of different inspiration that you're going to look on. Don't ask me anything about the story. I can tell you it has to do with Japan and the Edo period, and then it includes time travel. All right. That's as much as I can tell you, because I am so enamored with the visuals and the gameplay and the fucking music of this game.
It's pretty. It's so pretty.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I was very impressed with the visuals.
Yep. And I'm playing on the Pro in the mixed mode, and it's lock 60, 0 stutters.
Awesome.
At all. And it looks gorgeous. It looks like a PS5 game through and through. And I gotta say, that title card we were talking about, Matt, I get it. That title, it is really good, but
it doesn't compare to Ghost.
I
think so. Okay, maybe I missed it. I don't fucking know.
I think it does.
Maybe I didn't get far enough. I don't know.
Yeah. You said you got to the first boss.
I finished. I beat the first boss after an hour.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to humble brag. I whooped his ass on the first try.
First fucking. Oh my god. Yeah,
Matt's
I'm definitely not getting
jump out of his
3.
window now.
Yeah, I know. Hey, guess what? Guess what? You are streaming this game. Twitch.tv/Shapes of Gaming. Yes.
100%. Yeah, I'm going to probably play this with Bo. They've added double jumping now. I don't remember it being in the other ones. So that makes verticality so much better. So when you're doing this open world exploration.
You can double jump.
Yes. You can fast travel. You can open up the map and fast travel to shrines at almost any time.
Yes.
And with very low load screen times. I mean, they might as well be Ghosts of Yotei.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they're similar to that, that's
similar to that. The area they put you in, I didn't understand in the demo, but now I get it, is think of it this way. So Nioh is mission-based structured. So this mission to go do this thing, and you can multiplayer aspect where you can summon people in and they can help you, just like you would with a Souls game. You offer up an item of sacrifice and people come in and they can help you, right? This demo takes place in this one mission area, which is kind of like a map that has divided into little zones, and each zone has exploration rewards. So find this item here,
that was
beat
cool.
This thing here, and you'll get extra boons, permanent boons for your character, like stat boosts and things like that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool.
There's only 4 of these little zones within this map that are accessible in the demo, and then there's like another 4 or 5 in the surrounding area. That's only in one time period or mission area. So there's going to be multiple along the way. And the question is, how many are we looking at here? Because this is going to be a 100-hour game.
That's my problem.
Oh, easily. Yeah, it's going to
easily. But the build crafting is here. I thought I knew which weapon I was going to use right out the gate, because you get to pick like 4 different weapons to choose from. And I was like, oh, I'm going to use double swords all day long. And then I started getting other weapons, and the stats and the way they're like the combos and that you can do in the maneuvers. It changed. It keeps changing. I'm eventually going to find something.
Don't sleep on that spear.
I've actually got something. I'm not going to say it because you got to get to the end of the demo, but I got a weapon there, and it is sexy.
Tell me off cast. I want to know.
Is it this one?
No,
that's already there.
Oh, okay.
No,
I know.
I'll tell you off cast because I don't want to spoil for anybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good optimization in here. If you go into the menus, I highly recommend people do that because Nioh is very loot driven, kind of like an isometric RPG, like a Diablo, right? You can go in the option menu, and when you with this stuff, you can say, hey, when you go to a shrine, I want to offer items to basically get the currency to level up or to sell for actual cash. You can say, hey, I want you to auto sell anything. And then on top of that, I want you to auto sell something of this rarity or below automatically. So you just pick it up, and there's an option menu to auto pick up items. So you don't have to press the button. You just run over and it picks it up, and then you go, it's a bunch of white or whatever gray or whatever like rarity that you don't care, common crap. You just go to a shrine and it'll say, hey, here's everything that you can sell. Cool, let me sell it with the press of a button.
Does that so as a person who plays the loot games, like Diablo for the example you gave, does it ever, I don't know, part of that joy is when like that legendary would drop or that epic would drop. When you auto pick up loot, do you miss that endorphin rush at all? Because in Nioh 2 or 1, whatever, I played a demo of 1, and I remember being like, oh my god, this is poisonous for me because I fucking love loot, and I was I was just like, I can't do this or I will never stop. Diablo 4 Lords of Hatred coming out in April, and I'm going to be playing the shit out of that for that reason. But I was curious because part of the fun is when you hear that tink, or when you see that shower of loot and you get the thing, or you get a thing that could be the thing you want. In Nioh, is it just as fun to, fight, beat a boss, whatever, fight these elites, and then go to your menu and be like, ooh, I got a legendary, or whatever they're called in this game?
You don't even have to do that. because the items will drop and they'll be color coded on the ground like Borderlands.
Yeah.
And when you run over to pick it up, it on the screen it says acquired this, and the item rarities text is color coded to match the rarity of the item.
I see. I was misunderstanding auto pickup, meaning like you never even got to see it on the ground.
Nope.
Like you kill the enemy and it would just like go in your inventory. That makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. Okay.
It goes straight into your inventory, and then it just gives you a notification of everything you picked up. So you still get that adrenaline rush, and you're like, oh, look at all of this stuff that just I didn't have to press the pickup button 7 times.
Straight up convenience. That's like the perfect way to do it. So good. I'm glad to hear that.
There's a couple other changes to this that I think I personally like. We'll see how it resonates with the community. So in the other Nioh games, you have these what they call, think of them. I think they're actually called Spirit Guardians.
Sure.
And you equip them and you collect them, and then that allows you to alter your there's a transformation and some mechanical stuff. Here they upgraded it, and I didn't realize it until later when I actually got one for beating the demo. They actually impact your exploration on the map. So there'll be areas that you can't explore unless you have that certain Spirit Guardian available to you.
No shit.
That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty
that's
cool.
Cool.
Are they called Onyos? Is that?
I think that might be right.
Well, just because like an Oni is a demon, and I'm trying to think of the one I played the demo a long time ago.
I think that's what they're called, because they do try to keep their stuff pretty vernacular, lore accurate, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that is the case. And then the other thing they really changed up on this is the combat has one little minor thing. So like every Souls game, you always have parry, dodge, and then you can have what's called a counter. And then every enemy has a big unblockable, unparryable attack or whatever it is, right? Here, you literally have two equipment sets, and you have two classes you're swapping between, a samurai and a ninja class, and they both have their advantages and disadvantages. So like samurai is all combat focused, very stressed out on stamina, it's for taking down Oni mostly. And then you have the ninja one, and that allows you to, as you attack, build up your meters to do your magic. So throw a shuriken, throw a lava fireball at the enemy, whatever it is, right? Well, when an enemy goes to do an attack, and you'll see it, and it's all red and it's their big unblockable attack, you can't regular parry. You have to parry by switching your class on the fly in the middle of combat.
Wait, so you have to switch to parry.
You have to switch. You press R2 and it switches. So you go from ninja to samurai. When you see that, you have to switch from ninja to samurai or samurai to ninja as the attack's about to hit, and that allows you to parry to the attack.
Yeah, it fucked me up so many times.
Yeah, that would be the hardest part for me to get used to, I think. I just because I don't know how
you get so used to using a class and they're so different mechanically, and then when you switch and you don't even realize it, you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And then you switch back.
Is there a cooldown on the switching?
That was tough. No.
It's just like a global cooldown, like the 1 second of play or whatever that is.
Yeah, it's literally the frames it takes to switch. Yeah.
Okay, so then that's less annoying because it would be just like boom, boom to go back to the class that you want to be or whatever.
No, and you can do that. In fact, I do that a lot because if I'm taking on an Oni, I'm going to want to use the samurai class, but then they're going to hit me. So I'll switch to ninja, and that actually stun locks them for half a second. So then you get a couple of quick hits in, maybe cast a magic spell, press the button, boom, right back to samurai. And then by that time, is over, the enemy's back to ready to attack and you're re-engage. And if you can get that in your head, and this is where I think it's gonna be a potential issues because people aren't gonna be comfortable with that. It's very, very high technical combat. Sure. If you can get over that, the game clicks, and it clicks really hard. I really enjoy this game. You can summon in and you can break this game. I have a build that I thought was breaking the game, and then I was like, oh, I know I'm near the end of the demo because I'm coming to what's a big inflection point in the story. So let me go ahead and bring somebody in. So I'll bring in a multiplayer. I brought in an extra person, and I was like, all right, cool. We did our little emote, bow, whatever, acknowledge. And then we ran straight to the boss of the demo. and I'm not even joking, and this is not supposed to be a humble brag. We gang banged this guy and killed him in like 15 seconds. Absolutely just ran a train on the guy.
Wow.
Now I know why you like this game. Yeah, I know I like this game.
No. Yeah, it was seriously a 15-second kill. Just absolutely destroyed the enemy. So there is difficulty, but I encourage people to use the multiplayer. That's what it's there for. It does not hurt or impact achievements. So absolutely look at it. But like I said, story-wise is about the weakest thing. But everything else from the demo so far in Nioh, the gameplay, the music, the visuals, everything, it's very responsive. There is no stutters, lags, anything. Are quite frankly, Mason was right. From a pure gameplay perspective, based off of what I've played that's released this year, this is a GOTY.
That's fantastic. That's really fantastic.
That's awesome to hear. Awesome to hear.
They even give you a reward for beating the demo. So if you beat the demo, they'll say, hey, now when the game launches, you can, if you do it before like the 14th of February or 15th, you can then go and say, hey, there's a menu to select like DLC content. You go in there, they're going to give you something. They didn't say what it is, but you're going to get a reward for beating the demo.
Very cool.
That's cool. So cool. Your save is going to be carried over? Save
carries over. Okay. Yeah, not only does it carry over, you get a reward for doing the demo.
Yeah, that's I think that's
more
the
games should do that.
To do these things. I agree. The big reason I ask though, and this is just and I'm not saying this to make Matt crazy, but I do have a brief Sekiro story. When I got through the game the first time and I fought what I didn't realize at the time was notoriously the hardest boss in the game, like just an absolute bag of shit. I didn't know that until I was, I rolled credits on the game, and it's a Souls game. So I started another run because that's what you do. But I was talking to friends of mine that were playing it, or, maybe looking something up online now to be like, okay, like what decisions can I make differently that will affect my game? Because I've already beaten it once. And everybody was like, holy shit, how many times did it take you to beat that guy? And I was like, I didn't even remember who it was because I beat him the first try, just fucking annihilated him the first try. Here's my warning to you, Bob, even though it doesn't apply because you don't have to play this. You don't have to fight this guy again. The next time I had to fight that motherfucker, it was like he had a vengeance. He was like, never again. I had so much trouble on him the next second and third playthrough. I was just like, how did I beat him so easily the first time? And then he like brought my mom into this. He's wrecking my whole family. This is a miserable experience. So I was going to say, if you had to do it again, when you get to him again, don't get overconfident like I did and get your shit pushed in, because it wasn't a great feeling. It was not a great feeling at all.
I will say there was one. I immediately regretted my life choices. I didn't have anybody with me. And then there's these little like pyres but like swords on the ground, the grave markers, if you will. The red are enemies that you can summon to kill to get the items to summon others. And then there's blue ones of other players, right? If any you played a Nioh game. I didn't have anybody like that, and I went to go to this optional target, and I was like, I got this. The guy just put me down and was like, no, you do not get to fight me yet. And I was like, it wasn't I think I can do this with enough time. It was I really overstepped my grounds and went to the neighborhood I'm not supposed to go into right now. So it was definitely it was a humbling experience for sure. But it's definitely, like I said, I'm all in on this game. This game, I still think about this game. I see the map and I'm like, I want to play more of this. But unfortunately it doesn't come out, but it does release Friday of this week. And I land from my trip at like 10 o'clock or midnight Thursday. So I'm basically coming home and then I'm going to just go, well, I guess I'm not going into work tomorrow because it's Friday. I've been out on the road.
Be a shame if you got sick from traveling.
Right. Yeah, I know. It'd be a shame because I might just be stuck at home streaming Nioh 3.
Well, if you're going to stream it, just so that you don't get in trouble with your workplace, you got to throw in a few fake coughs and, oh boy, I feel like shit while you're beating the crap out of something.
Hey, nobody. Oh, my boss is out of office too. It ain't going to matter.
They wouldn't care.
This is definitely. This is definitely not a Matt game. Stay away, dude. It's a lot of fun, but you want cozy. Nioh 3 is high octane.
Right.
It's not a Matt now game. It might be a Matt later game.
There you go.
It might be.
He enjoyed Bloodborne. He enjoyed Demon Souls remake on the PS5.
I did.
I realized that this Nioh is much, much faster paced. Like I get that. But I don't know. He really liked the second one. He had a great time playing the second one. He and Bo, I believe, tried to get me to play with them. I don't own Nioh 2. And it was one of those, the time was the problem. It wasn't that I didn't want to. And then it got so quote unquote old that I was like, man, that's one I missed, but I'll just get the next one. And here we are, and the next one's coming out. And I'm just like, I want to play Dragon Quest instead because I'm a dork. But I'm so glad that it's doing well. I'm so glad that you guys have had a great time. And good on them for delivering yet another one. It seems, right? I mean, that's what it feels like. So
yeah, Team Ninja, not only are they delivering another one, but they are upgrading it in all of the right ways to make this the best Nioh game yet. And I'm calling it now, February 2nd. This is a GOTY contender.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't even begin to talk about GOTY. I just don't even, like, there's so much coming out this year.
Hey, Matt, what's your game of the year right now? Nothing, because we haven't played the new stuff yet.
Yeah, the Sword of the Sea.
You're right. My game of the year right now is Resident Evil Requiem, and it's not out yet.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
I might start talking about GOTY, like maybe summer Game Fest, but even then, man, you never know.
It's still early on. But when you're talking about what's been released and what, like you felt that with Claire, right? When you were
when something cracks 90s, usually it's in the talk.
Well, for me, it's always a feeling when I play the game or when I experience the experience.
Well, I was talking about Game Awards. Personal GOTY could differ from what Game Awards it has in the past a lot, but that's usually the rule of thumb.
Yep. But that's it, and that's what I'll be talking about next week even more.
Yep, and streaming. So catch Bob and Bo. Shout out to Bo Burrito Supreme. He's been on the show. They're going to be playing that game. And
you guys need a third, right, Matt?
We could use a third. We'll carry you. The great thing about multiplayer is, so when you replay missions, you can select it. They call them battle scrolls. You can replay a mission with multiplayer, and it scales. But if you just help somebody, it doesn't scale.
Here's the thing. I looked into the multiplayer, and there's a bar, and the more people die, the more it degrades. So if one person keeps dying, it could fail the mission for everyone else.
There's two variants. So there's missions, and then there's like story progression, and then there's replaying missions. Replaying missions will do that, but the story progression stuff is you helping you working with somebody, and those do not scale. And it's basically when everybody's dead.
I think it's anytime you call someone into your game, any multiplayer, that bar is there, and it will negatively affect the whole team when someone dies. Correct me if I'm wrong. You should look into it though.
Well, I will, because I didn't see it Friday, right? Like when the game comes out, you'll figure it out. But I feel like that's a good, because when you were describing it, it made it sound a little bit like Monster Hunter Wilds, or any Monster Hunter really, where the whole team, it gets 3 carts, and then once 3 people, it could be the same person dying 3 times, or each of you dying once, and that would be a bit of a bummer for a Nioh game. But I didn't play I don't know if that's ever been a thing. I would just trust to figure it out on Friday when it comes out.
I can hold my own. I can. It's just, do I want to play that type of game right now?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man.
You never know. And they even included a quality of life of loadouts, so you can save loadouts that also alter your core stats, because respecking in this game is free.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So
I'm honestly, if we were coming out at a different time, I would also be there with you. I would give it a shot. But I'm just like I said, between Dragon Quest, which me and my RPGs, and that's
me too, man.
I got to do it. And then the Winter Olympics, Valentine's Day, I'm gonna do something with the wife.
Me too.
Push, like, God damn it, man. Then Resident Evil, and then it's just and then, and it's like. If I didn't have the other stuff, I would probably do Dragon Quest and Nioh at the same time. I would give it a shot because I would be able to, but I gotta.
You think you could finish both of them before Resident Evil 9?
Finish? Yes. Platinum? Who knows? I don't.
Complete.
But I'm not going to not play a game because I can't platinum it before. I can always go back and clean it up later. I usually prefer to just do like the one at a time or two at a time.
Sure.
But with my schedule, I'm going to get so bogged down with all the big hits in the first half of the year. I mean, I could change my mind. Maybe a week into Dragon Quest, I'm like, you know what? I got some time more than I thought I did. Maybe I'll jump in then and be a little late. I doubt it. I really doubt it, but I'm not going to say no because it does look fucking awesome. It really does.
It was. You should check out the demo. It was fun. It was fun.
I thought about it. I almost downloaded it instead of the Pathless. Like before I took the vote, I thought about the Nioh 3 demo and I was like, no.
You have 4 days.
Be careful because I was with you. I was like, Dragon Quest and and the demo basically just sold the hell out of it.
It's good.
That's what a demo is for, honestly.
Yes. Every game should have a demo, honestly.
But the Dragon Quest 7 demo made me happy too. So
it's so good.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a long one too. It's a long ass demo.
I didn't
finish it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, neither did I.
Because I just played it down. I was like,
and I'll play the final version.
Yeah. I just wanted to know. I wanted to get a taste of just the feel of things, and I thought
exactly.
I think I only played like 25 minutes, and I was like, I don't need to play anymore. I already wanted to get it. I already bought it.
Yeah.
I'm just checking right now, and lo and behold, I'm hoping that I get it early. I won't because it's a bigger release from Square, but boy, that'd be nice.
We'll see. Yeah. And we'll keep you all all your listeners. We'll keep you updated on what we choose and what we're playing and talk all about it on the next episode. So, this has been episode 39. It's been fun. And thanks for joining us again, Caleb. We really appreciate it. And thanks for giving us the state of the draft.
Yes. Glad to do it.
So, yeah.
Bob, have a great work trip. I hope you have an awesome work trip. Enjoy your Portal usage. Hopefully it works okay on the plane and the hotel. But
yes,
you're going to San Diego, right?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful city. I believe you've never been there before.
No, this is the first time out there.
Yeah, explore. It's a great city. And if you have time, and I don't know how much your work is going to, capitalize your free time there, but if you get a chance, they've got some great food, some great locations. It's really good.
I gave him some recommendations. He's going to go check them out.
Good.
Yeah.
Hope you have a wonderful time. Matt,
I appreciate that.
Have fun not being in San Diego. With me, I'm also not going to be in San Diego.
Right. Yep. I don't know what I'm going to do these 4 days up to Dragon Quest. When you hear this, I'll be playing Dragon Quest probably, but I might go clean up one other game. I don't know. I've been
anything in mind or not?
Sonic and Shadow Generations. I'm not going to platinum it, but
you could work on it more if you. I mean,
exactly.
If it sounds fun. Do it.
Yeah, it does. Fun. It does sound. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to revisit Dragon Quest 3, but I'm not going to do that before Dragon Quest 7. I don't know, but we'll know on the next episode, and I'll talk about it then.
Cool.
So, Bob, enjoy your trip. Caleb, thanks for joining, and thank you to all our listeners. We really appreciate you. Keep the conversation going, and have a great rest of your morning, evening, noon, night.
Peace.
Oyasumi.